All right, good day, podcast fam. This is episode 19. I always get spacey, like, okay, episode 19, right? Thanks for joining episode 19 of the Three Brothers podcast. This is our pre-Super Bowl edition, right? So got a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, topics are hot, but what I'm most excited about is we have a hidden gem finally. It's been a few weeks. So you guys are going to be really thrilled. Back to join us for the third time.
Yes, sir.
All-American linebacker, Frank Stams. He's going to be here to break down the Super Bowl. So that was a nice conversation. Oh, as only Frank could break it down.
Great conversation.
So we look forward to that. We're going to have, I guess, kind of an abbreviated discussion today, so we can save time for Frank to come in. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping, though, right? We got to take care of some business. So we have a model that we like to follow each and every week, and that is take off your shoes. Did everybody take your shoes off? Yeah. Right? Take a shot. And have a good time. Clink, 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 clink. Mm-hmm.
Junior.
Ah, Junior.
We should have some sponsorships for this.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's coming.
Let's get caught up. We had a nice conversation last week with Tara Mosley Weems.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, the emails were blowing up. A lot of people want to know, who is this Tara?
Yeah.
We're starting to get people reaching out to us from out of town. Got a lot of, I don't know why it's southern states, Atlanta and some of the Carolinas, but let me put our address out there while I'm thinking about it. So let's see if I can do this without screwing it up. So the email address to reach us is the3brospod@gmail.com.
Yep.
And 3 is a number, not the spelling, right? So let me do that again. The3brospod@gmail.com. Yeah, we're
Forgive the
lights on the timer. We're not waving. And then we have an Instagram account, which is simply at the Three Bros Podcast.
Right.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And I think we'll scroll that across the bottom. Right?
Yeah.
Excellente. So let's get to some hot topics. One of the things that as soon as it hit the news, I thought about both of you guys. I wanted to get your take on it. The arrest of Don Lemon. Right? How crazy was that? I don't have a whole lot of details. I guess he was in LA to cover the Grammys.
Yeah.
And there was a protest at a particular church in the area. And I guess the pastor was a part of the ICE, right?
Yeah.
And so they went into protests.
You said the pastor was an ICE agent.
I think ICE agent. I think.
Right.
And so they went into protests, and Lemon was there as a journalist.
Yes.
But was arrested and charged with, they call it the FACE Act, and I don't recall the acronym, FACE, but apparently the crime is a disruption of religious services. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, give me your take on that. What do you guys, did you hear about it? What are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
I heard about it. I don't want to criticize Don Lemon, and I don't criticize him for getting arrested or anything like that. He comes across to me as a bit of a sensational journalist as opposed to a journalist.
Really?
And so it bothers me that the moment would occur with that individual being the individual that come up. So
I got what you're going.
I'm nitpicking.
Yeah.
But if it were somebody like Lester Holt or somebody like that
Right.
that had gotten arrested, then I think there would be more to say about it. Don Lemon literally talked himself out of a job because he got jealous that Caitlin Collins was doing so great and just berated her, got demoted and then fired.
That's a good point.
But he is a journalist.
Right.
He did get arrested for no reason. The bigger picture in my mind is that this is the plan for the Trump administration, that they are going to put fear in the hearts of people that will dare to defy what they're trying to do.
Right.
Well,
And there are no guardrails on this, to me. The Trump administration is winning. And everything that they're doing, I know where they're being met with protests, but protests in and of themselves don't necessarily do anything. They
Right.
express,
The sentiment.
sentiment of a large number of people.
Yeah.
But then that has to lead to something
Right,
that happens.
Right.
And right now, with the control of the institutions that run America that Trump and his administration has, it almost feels like we're just powerless to prevent this guy from doing what he's doing.
Let me ask a quick question because I don't know the law that prohibits folks from entering a church to protest. Is that, I guess that is a law, right?
Well, yeah, I guess it's a law. The thing is Don Lemon said himself, I'm not here to protest. I'm here as a reporter covering the event. So he wanted
So
to
he
make
was saying,
sure-
I'm not one protesting.
I'm not one protesting.
I'm just covering the fact
I'm
that there is a
covering the
protest
event,
going
right.
on.
I'm here covering as a journalist.
Do we know if
And
any of the protesters were arrested? Or do we
I don't.
I don't know either.
I don't know after
Okay,
that either.
okay.
And I'm with Phil on that, with Don Lemon and his whole story and whatever. But in seeing that, I can't criticize him for what he was saying. And it was looking like it wasn't going to happen, buddy. Yeah, you ain't going to interview anybody. And they just kind of ushered his ass out right away. And I was surprised that they arrested him then because I didn't see any violence or anything that would say that the man needed to be arrested.
Well, and that's kind of actually why I think that we're in trouble, because let's say the Trump administration's right and that Lemon was breaking the law.
Yeah.
Well, then they apply the law and they arrest him. But if he wasn't, then they arrest him.
Yeah.
The Trump administration follows the law when the law favors what they're
Absolutely.
doing. They ignore the law when it doesn't favor what they're
Right.
doing.
Right.
The way that we are handling trying to deal with him is all legal,
right,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. We're just not fighting at the same level that they're
Right.
fighting. Now, I'm not suggesting anything.
Yeah.
I'm wishing some shit.
Yeah,
Believe me.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not suggesting anything. But we are fighting a losing battle because we're just playing by a different set of
We're
rules
staying in the
than they're
lanes.
playing by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's really hurting us.
Well, and I said this a few podcasts ago, and I didn't want to say it, but we said it when we were talking to Tara Mosley Weems too. Is where's the protest going? Because I'm sorry, I see that there's going to be some violence, and I'm not here promoting it or anything, but I just don't see peaceful protests when people are getting shot, people are getting arrested, everything for our rights to assemble and protest and do that get violated. And again, like you said, when it's favoring the opposition. And I just see that there's going to be more clashes and more trouble. And because there's just too much time and this is still going on and nothing seems to be solved or have to be answered. It's just like they just shove it under the table and move on
Where
to
are
the
we
next
at with the
event.
shootings in Minnesota? Because I know the state was wanting to investigate, but the Department of Justice prohibited the state from investigating the agents that did the shootings. Is that correct?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
But my answer would be the same thing. Even if they investigate those shootings, even if they prosecute the people that did it, it is.
They still fall
Listen,
under
life
the
is
umbrella.
important.
Yeah.
But what's happening in this country? If they send 2 ICE agents to jail or 10 ICE agents to jail, it doesn't change anything.
Right.
And we are in such danger of this authoritarian regime just taking over and eliminating democracy in America. We're just so close to that. Our politicians are afraid to do anything.
Yeah.
They're afraid to say anything. And, like we have said in a number of different podcasts before,
Right.
he's just got control of every entity of this government that has the power to do anything. And so what do you do in that regard? If you are going to disobey, and this is the
Right.
example that Don Lemon is, we will put you in jail.
Right.
We will prosecute you.
Right.
If you break the law in favor of us, like January 6th, like
Yeah,
ICE
there you
people
go.
that are murdering
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
we will get you off.
Yeah.
So it's just a lawless society right now. And even if we do, through legal means, hold these guys to account, when are they going to jail? When are they going to be convicted? It won't be for a year, until a year from now.
Well, remember when the kid brought the automatic rifle to the end,
Oh, yeah,
shot and killed people.
What's the little kid's name? Rittenhouse?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rittenhouse.
yeah,
He got off and honored and podcasted.
Yeah.
All kinds
Pictures
of
with
things.
the president.
Yeah, right.
GoFundMe money.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And now you get people shot and they're telling you, hey,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have brought a gun to
Yeah,
a,
right,
a rally.
Yeah.
This guy was strapping an, an AK or whatever.
Yeah,
And,
the
I mean, it's
hypocrisy
just
was
the hypocrisy is ridiculous. And again, it goes to whatever favors that side at the time, and that's not a democracy.
Operating without guardrails.
Yes,
That's what
exactly.
Campbell said.
So, the Epstein files are becoming more and more publicized. From my perspective, it's, Trump being a pedophile is about 99 something percent now. There is this much chance that he's not a pedophile in my mind.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so, if that being the case, if there is ever a different political party or regime in power, democracy prevails.
Right.
Well, Trump's going to be prosecuted.
Yeah.
He's going to jail.
Right.
All right. And these goonies that he's had hired to run the Department of Justice and the FBI and Homeland Security, they're going to jail too. They're not giving that up.
Exactly
They're
right.
not. There is nothing.
Too much to lose.
There is no
Right.
way through a normal legal process that they're giving this up.
Well, he's trying to
Something's got to happen.
nationalize the election.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
You saw that. Exactly.
More. But even if he doesn't do that,
Right.
and even if those states that he's trying to nationalize end up voting Democratic and he somehow loses control of Congress, loses control of the Senate,
Right.
it's not happening. He will not let that happen.
No.
And so that's the thing that we need to understand now. We're arguing about when we vote in 2026, our vote in 2026, if we win, isn't gonna matter.
That was actually my next
He's
question.
coming after.
What impact would that have?
Right. That's exactly what I feel too.
Yeah, so that's the fight, and I just don't see us. I don't know what we're doing in preparation for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've gotten the military established, showing up in your cities, and again,
right.
he's going to want to keep doing that,
yep.
so it becomes the norm
Yep.
that we know they're there.
Yep.
And you think that the voting is going to be fair, legal, and everybody's going to get a chance?
Yep.
It won't happen. Again, there's too much to lose.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a shame. This is going on. But we got too many people still sitting on their hands saying, "Well, they can't do it." No, they've been doing everything that's against democracy. They've been getting away with it, and too many people sit on their hands because, man, I don't want to lose my job, or I'm going to jail. So I mean, it's just, to me, boy, I'm telling you, I hate to be so negative.
I know, but
I have nothing positive to say about our situation.
Yeah, and that takes me back to your first comment with regard to Don Lemon. Again, I appreciate what he's trying to do.
Right.
He has established, in my mind, a reputation as somebody that is less than a top-tier journalist.
Yeah.
Whatever that defines. So he's easy to be dismissed by people that, look at him in a certain way. He's an MSNBC or CNN journalist. I think he was, I don't know what each one is. But he's of that ilk. He's not somebody that you would look at and say he's an unbiased journalist. Whereas, these Cronkites, Lester Holt, or, the guys like that.
Right.
That's
credible.
Yeah. Those guys get arrested. That's important.
Yeah. Right.
Because that is somebody that America can rally behind.
Right.
Don Lemon
Right.
isn't somebody that I don't think America can rally behind.
Yeah. It's like Jimmy Kimmel and all that when that went on.
Yeah.
When they took him off, man, people went nuts.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff stopped. Right?
Yeah.
But you're right. But the Don Lemon, that's kind of that lower tier.
Yeah. Well, even back in the day when Rosa Parks got arrested for sitting on, there was a woman that refused to give up her seat 9 months before Rosa Parks did.
Yeah.
Right.
But she was 15 years old and she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Wasn't the right look.
Right.
And so the civil rights movement didn't plant their flag on her ground. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rosa Parks was the right individual to start that. It would be like if one of these Cleveland Indians pitchers that got caught gambling was the first Jackie Robinson. Well, you can't have that. You know what I mean? That
He'd have been dogged.
we got a problem here. So it's got to be.
Right. That's a good point.
And so it's significant because he's a human being and he's a good, good person. I don't mean to put him down. I'm just looking at him in the way that I think America would look at him, and I just don't see a rallying point with Don Lemon as opposed to somebody else that might be better suited for that.
Okay, well, buckle up, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, if you want to get away from what's going on, you could always go to a local theater and watch.
Melania does Dallas or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Which would probably be the better title.
Do you know anyone that saw this documentary?
No.
Does anyone know anyone that?
Oh hell no!
No.
Is it playing in the area, in our area?
Man, they put so much money in that to put it in theaters and open
Unbelievable.
up so much.
Now, were they anticipating? Why did they put all the money into this thing?
They thought they could sell it. They put the money behind it.
Well, it was a bribe.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it was Bezos.
Right.
So he paid Melania $28 million for the movie.
Right.
I guess the movie cost about $70 million to make or whatever the case may be.
A lot of people want it removed from the credits. They were like,
yes,
I put
that's
the
right.
work in.
That's right.
I don't want to be part of my name.
That's exactly right. Yep. So and listen, that's what it is with the Trump. Trump wants money or praise or both.
Yeah,
that's the entire administration.
Yeah.
Melania is, listen, forget about what I said about Don Lemon. And quite frankly, I'm not even going to say what I think about Melania, all right? But you just can imagine what I think about her.
Well, let me ask you this. What's the premise of the documentary? Is she selling something or is she just introducing herself to the world?
She is.
What is the premise of
this? I think it's like 2 weeks before the inauguration for Trump's second term, and they want to see what Melania's doing behind the scenes in preparation for his inauguration.
Okay.
So, but it is a bunch of nothingness. First of all, she just is a nothing human being.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about her politics. Forget about she's married and laying in bed next to that piece of.
But the thing about it is, when's the last time you saw Melania?
Yeah.
Like I said, she didn't show up until she started to speak about the movie in Minnesota, Let's Have Peace, all that. She hasn't been seen.
Yeah.
My joke just went over your head. Don't you remember that thing that Be Best slogan? That
did you say that? I'm sorry.
During his first term? I don't know what happened. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
What was your point, though?
That she hasn't been seen.
Right.
Melania Trump has been nowhere seen. All of a sudden, the Minnesota stuff, she says this in preparation for her setup to be told about this great documentary coming out. Yeah. And it's been mocked. I mean, it's on the boards being laughed at.
Or whatever.
I mean, it's
brutal.
And they were getting no ticket sales.
Empty theaters.
No one ticket sold at 2 theaters, one each.
Yeah.
Now, but again, the money invested, they will not see that. The mega people will not see that happen. Trump and them will make sure that, this was a great sell, it was great everything. I've heard nothing from any side that says it's anything but a flop and a joke.
I've heard the same thing. It reminded me of just like the Kennedy Center now, which is going to be under renovation for a couple of years. Because all these acts are withdrawing that had pre-committed to perform are now decommitting.
Well, did you hear what he said too, though, is he'll make renovations on it.
Yeah, for 2 years it's
going to be closed. Boy, it scares me. He's got a $300 million ballroom. Still can work. Who's to say he won't do the same with the Kennedy Center?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's it. That's why everybody's back out. They don't want him to be a part of any of that. But if he shuts it down and look for something to happen, that again, I go, here can be another institution gone.
That's too bad.
Well, it is gone, quite frankly.
Yeah.
As is the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is if Rush Limbaugh gets that thing, and if Charlie Kirk gets that thing, then it's worthless because because they're just worthless human. Well, they're not human beings anymore, but they're just not worthy of what that award was supposed to be. Yeah, exactly.
I thought the next person to get that, frankly, was going to be Nicki Minaj. I'll be honest.
Oh my God! That's right.
No, they gave her a fake. What is it? A Trump card? Gold card? Is it?
Yeah, the gold card. And then found out it was not an authentic card. It was just a replica.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, Trump's still keeping his Nobel Peace Prize, isn't he?
It's FIFA Peace Prize.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oy.
Good gracious, man.
All right, let's move on to something else.
Please.
Yeah.
The dead horse.
Away from that waking nightmare.
So there was a a new round of hires in the NFL as we approach the Super Bowl. And I guess we'll talk more about the Super Bowl when Frank Stams joins us.
Right.
There was some other NFL news, and it was regarding some of the new hires. I guess there was like 10 new hires.
Yeah, I didn't realize there were that many, but
10 new
yeah.
hires. Not one black head coach was hired of some of the candidates. So what was your thought? Were you surprised, or has the NFL taken a step back? I mean, in that regard?
And we actually, when we get to our hidden gem with Frank, we hit on this a little bit, this particular subject, but the NFL owners are one of the last bastions of society that can just say, F you, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. I don't know why I said F and then, but I can do whatever I want to do.
Right.
All right. They are completely
They
protected.
are a fraternity.
They are completely protected, and they'll do whatever they want to do.
See, I don't know if they talk like conference calls or they just are in sync the way they think.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think it's a little bit of both.
It's like a common
Yeah.
thread.
Yeah.
Like, no, we didn't have a meeting.
Right.
They
Yep.
just happen to feel the same way I feel.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
It has been
Yep.
that way. So
it's
Yep.
been that
Yep.
way.
Yep. Yep.
Right? I mean, these are the same people that kept Trump out.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
you
right.
remember?
That's
They
right.
wanted to buy Buffalo or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, you can't know if a coach that you hire is going to be qualified. I mean, is going to do a good job.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The qualifications are likely there for a number of coaches.
absolutely.
Successful offensive coordinator,
Sure.
defensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, special team coach, whatever.
Their names wouldn't be
John
mentioned
Harbaugh, I
otherwise.
think, before he
Yeah.
became a head coach, was a special teams coach.
absolutely.
He wasn't
Yes.
a coordinator.
No.
Right.
All right. Even what's Pittsburgh's coach's name? God, this is
McCarthy
our-
now or
the
Pittsburgh's
Tomlin.
coach.
So
Mike Tomlin.
Even Tomlin, I don't think was a coordinator before he got the
I
job.
think it's
Because-
special teams.
yeah, because he
Yeah,
came out of the
like
blue
that too.
also.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can find a successful
absolutely.
coach from anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fact that they decided not to hire a black guy because other guys were more qualified,
Nah.
it just
Doesn't
the
hold
definition
water.
of quality, it just doesn't hold water.
No, it
that,
doesn't.
that absolutely doesn't. And so, is there an element of race in there? Yeah, there obviously is. And I didn't even know that if you hire a black coach, you get like a third round draft pick, an
didn't know
extra
that.
draft pick, like
Really?
a compensatory pick. Yeah. And if you, I don't know, there's
Really? I
there's
didn't
even
know that.
more to it, that if you elevate other coaches, but you can get multiple draft picks for whatever it is that you do in
I know
elevating black coaches in the NFL. That exists.
that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. It was just, and so you think about that kind of incentive that can help your franchise.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, that's not in place for no reason.
Right.
That's in place because, quite frankly, unless these
an
owners are
incentive.
incented,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Right.
Well, clearly, that even that
With an
isn't
incentive,
enough
right.
of an incentive to
Well,
get that done.
what did they come out and say? And Roger Goodell, who makes $50 million a year,
Yep.
to be the crony to walk out front and say stuff.
Yep.
We're going to review the Rooney Rule.
Yep.
That doesn't
Let
tell
ask you
me
this,
a
though.
damn thing.
Yeah.
I don't put all that on Goodell though, because he doesn't
No,
do the
no.
hiring.
He's just a mouthpiece.
Yeah, and I think he can put things in place like the Rooney Rule and things of that sort. But I think at the end of the day, I don't know how much influence he has over owners to hire who they
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
will
whoa,
or
whoa,
won't
whoa, whoa,
hire.
whoa. Oh, you got it backwards.
Right.
He works for the
For
owners.
them.
He is their bag man.
Yes.
He's their
Yeah,
Ray
but-
Donovan.
But aren't the owners free to hire?
Yes.
Huh?
Aren't the owners still free to hire who they want
Yeah,
to
they
hire?
hire.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But-
they
But I'm
can.
saying the lack of black coaches, I don't put that
Yeah.
on Goodell.
No. Go ahead.
No, he is their bag man.
He's their
Right.
mouthpiece.
He is the guy not to get the coaches hired, to defend the owners for whatever it is
Right.
they do. That's
Yeah.
his job.
Exactly
And
right.
he does that wonderfully.
Yes.
He is, and that's why he gets
is
$50
well
million a year.
compensated. Yeah.
He protects the owners
Yeah.
from anything. That's why he's responsible for burning those Robert Kraft,
Right.
how did
Tapes.
Frank say?
Yeah.
Rub and tug tapes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's going to be funny. I got
Yeah.
to watch that. No,
And he burned the Belichick
Yeah,
tapes.
yeah. And I tell you what, like I said, to him to say they're going to review the Rooney Rule. That, Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's just like the
Yeah.
easiest line given.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
reason when there's
Yeah.
qualified people out here.
Well,
And-
the I think the most value from the Rooney Rule was the exposure,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
you would at least get to know someone that you ordinarily would not have given
An
time of
opportunity.
day.
Yeah.
And it's not so much who you know, it's who knows you.
Uh-huh.
And so if your name and personality, your work traits can circulate among the owners, you are more, the chance of getting hired or I should increase if they get
should.
a feeling of who you are, your work ethic, your level of discipline, structure, management skills, those type of things.
Brian-
That's what I think the Rooney Rule was designed to
Oh,
do,
yeah.
to introduce
Well,
minorities
but I
to
look
the
at
ownership.
I look at Brian Flores right now as another guy that has a lawsuit against the NFL
Right,
for
right.
things that happen anyway. But they were saying he's going to be guaranteed a job because he's that good and he deserves it. And
Yep.
he didn't get hired.
Well, the kid at Denver, who #1 defense
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
#1 seed
yeah,
in the AFC.
yeah.
Robin, what's his name?
I can't remember the name either.
I never knew it. So
He's a younger,
yeah.
and I think he's had a coaching stint before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
briefly. But he should have at the very.
Well, I just look at guys like Eric Bieniemy, who goes back as a coordinator again for Kansas City, top notch. He runs the show under Andy Reid. Why isn't he?
Yeah.
I heard a
being
lot of
that-
players did not like Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah. He was very regimented, very militaristic,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Which just doesn't fly with
Yeah.
younger.
But do you think that stops him from getting interviews?
Well,
No, I think it stopped him from getting hired. He got
Yeah.
interviews.
Okay.
He didn't get hired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll tell you, a great example would be the guy the Browns hired, the Ravens offensive coordinator,
Todd Monken.
which I guess who was with the Browns a few years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Okay.
He was
2019.
Freddie
Okay.
Kitchens' offensive
Yeah,
coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only was he, well, first of all, he's 59 years old,
Right.
which, not that you can't be a head coach at 59,
Right,
but
right.
that's a long time to go without getting a job.
Right.
If you were of that caliber. And the second thing is, he is, I think, on tape saying that the Browns organization is
It was very
a
derogatory.
mess. And
Yeah.
dysfunctional would be the definition, but it was
Right.
worse than that.
Right.
It was like
Right.
a train wreck. I can't remember. Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he gets hired as head
Right.
coach.
Right.
Okay, out of nowhere. And when, quite frankly, you have at least his equivalent in a Jim Schwartz on the other
Right.
side of the
Yeah.
ball. At
Yeah.
least his equivalent, who has proven recently to be an outstanding defensive coordinator. And I'm not saying Jim Schwartz
And the players love him.
Yeah. So I'm not saying Jim Schwartz is the answer. From that standpoint, he feels like he's been screwed from Cleveland's standpoint as well. But Monken is certainly an unknown.
Yeah.
And there is certainly something that one can say that, all right, for all these years, nobody decided to hire you.
Yeah.
Right.
All these
Kinda
black
came
coaches
out
are
of
out there.
nowhere.
Right,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did.
yeah.
The coaches search. I
Yeah.
know they were looking at
Yep.
a couple of young kids.
Yep.
Well, see, there's my take again too, though. Look at all the coaches that have exploded on the scene. Nick Sirianni, the Rams
at,
coach,
yeah.
Rams coach, all these young guys,
Yeah.
38,
McVay.
38. Yeah, and Sirianni, I coached the kid at the indoor league years ago. But I mean, these young guys getting
Guy
bounced
coached in
around.
Seattle in the
yeah,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, and
That's
they
right.
take
Young kid.
chances on these
Yep.
guys because they come from a tree. They come from
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can't tell me Todd Monken was.
Yep. Yeah.
Overwhelmingly, he
Yep.
said he might have tested well,
Yep.
but
Yep.
that he was overwhelmingly.
Who's the Dolphins coach?
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Right?
Young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And he came out of
Yeah.
I'd never heard of him.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
He
But
yelled
I
that.
was I was concerned because people started withdrawing their names
Yep.
from the
Browns
as
coaching
candidates.
search.
Yeah.
That's right.
Browns
Yep.
coaching search.
Yep.
And that happened before. Actually, if you remember when we hired Mike Pettit.
Yeah.
Same thing happened when we hired Mike Pettit back in
Pettit Patine. It wasn't
Pettit.
Pettit. Okay.
back in 2012, I want to think. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
But it was an exhausting, people
Yeah.
were just
Yeah.
dropping out.
Yeah.
And it was just due to us being just non-functional as
Yep.
an organization.
Yep.
And it was embarrassing.
Yep.
And Pettit lasted about 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see what Monken does. I mean, he has to put his staff together.
Yep.
This whole thing with Schwartz, who's the defensive coordinator?
Schwartz.
Yeah,
And
we have to get that settled. Is he going to be the guy or not? I
again.
think
Maybe
there's some bad blood.
Yeah.
with money.
because
Yeah,
Schwartz
see?
says-
Apparently, said some disparaging
Yes, he
things
did.
about Monken.
Right.
That got back to Monken.
Monken said,
That's why when Monken had his press conference,
Right.
he said, "Well, when I was preparing for the Cleveland Browns, I wasn't preparing for Schwartz. I was preparing for
yeah.
Miles Garrett,
Yeah.
and Denzel
Kind of a
Ward.
knock.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
He definitely threw Schwartz's name out there.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't think that ain't going to go.
Right.
Yeah, go well if they try to keep
If
together.
Schwartz decides to stay, now these people got to work
That's what
together.
I'm saying. That's not No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like-
Yeah. So you leave that Garrett loves the guy, the defense loves the guy.
Right.
Seems like everybody in the building loves the guy. Now, all
There's
of
the
a sudden,
potential for a split
he's gone
in the
again.
locker room.
Yeah.
Schwartz guys, he has his guys. Miles and them love him.
Yeah.
Now you got this new guy coming in as head coach
Do you see
that
that
hasn't
working?
established a relationship yet.
No.
You're giving the trailer to the Cleveland Browns movie. You
Yeah.
realize that, don't you?
Yeah.
That's
Unfortunately,
basically
I
what
think
it is.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It is. It's a friggin' mess, man. It just absolutely is a mess.
So I don't know. And Schwartz is not a young guy, right? He's
He's been around.
Yeah.
right.
But I mean,
so he's got to have.
but like I
Do
said,
you remember when he coached Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got some.
Yeah.
you know, you look at
He didn't have a lot of success. I think he won
did
3
not
games
have a lot
or
of
something like
success.
that.
no.
He actually, I thought did he take him to the playoffs one year?
I don't.
I
think so.
don't
I
know.
think he had them
Okay.
when they were pretty bad.
Okay.
But you know, you look at that though, and then what has he learned and done from then? The offensive line coach from Philadelphia said, "You know what? Too much turmoil
Yeah.
going on in here." And he goes, "My voice was not heard this year at all."
Yeah.
So he resigned.
Ah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
He's-
For Philadelphia?
he is the top offensive line coach. You listen to all the people. This guy is like unreal.
See, we need that.
And he resigned.
Because when we lost Callahan,
Yeah.
our line went to
Yeah,
hell.
it did.
Callahan went to help his son out.
Right.
So I understand that.
Right, but I mean, there's good coaches leaving places that are dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And when you hear Brown, the receiver, and people like that speaking out in Philly, there's something going on in the locker room.
What's that?
You're right. 2011, they won the wild card spot. Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Did they?
Yeah. So he started out.
that,
He took him from nothing to something, and then
was
back to
Schwartz?
nothing
Right.
again. Yeah.
When was
There you go.
Fonts? That was probably long.
Oh, Wayne Fonts?
Who coached Calvin Johnson? was that Fonts? Or
I
Schwartz?
want to say that it's Fonts, but Wayne Fonts was a friend of mine basically because his brother was one of my coaches, and they're from Canton, Ohio.
Is that right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Fonts brothers.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Jim Schwartz and Jim Caldwell. Looks like.
Oh, Caldwell.
Coach Calvin Johnson?
I forgot about Caldwell.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I did too.
Yeah, I did too. I wonder if he's still coaching. Anyway,
Well, like I said, dysfunction though is I think the key word. And like you see these other organizations get coaches in, and man, teams turn around so fast. You had Vrabel right here in Cleveland, and look 4-13 to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'd love to know what was on that homework assignment that those guys had to fill out. The essay they had to write.
For the Browns.
What was the essay?
yeah.
Even I'd love to see the. No, I know we're never going to see it. And I never even know what the questions are that they were
You
asked.
asked a great question. What was the question you asked?
I don't
About
remember.
something about passing the test or something.
No. When we first start talking about the fact that the Browns had to do this essay, and if you went to the second interview, you had to answer some questions, and you said if you were to approach ownership, you had this question that you would have asked the owner of the Browns as a candidate. You don't remember the question?
I sure as
And
hell
you
don't.
said something like, "What are what are your guarantees?" Or I think if you were maybe the ownership of the Browns interviewing someone else, you would say, "What is it you can do to guarantee change or something?" I don't know what you said. You don't remember it.
I don't.
That was a great question.
Senior
we got a
moment,
tape.
but
I
yeah,
appreciate
nobody
that,
comes back. Yeah, it was good. I think I remember too.
But it would have eliminated the this essay by answering this question.
Damn.
So maybe I think you
Yeah.
were speaking from the
But how many?
interviewer perspective to the interviewee.
Yeah.
And the question that they would have had to answer would have taken the place of this essay they had to do. Anyway, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
Well, what advice do younger coaches get, or coaches that are getting to come to Cleveland to interview for a job, getting from coaches that are already out there that know what the situation is? Be ready to take a test. Be ready. I mean, come on, man. You're grown ass men.
Yeah.
I mean, I just.
They are so data driven, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just see that.
But you know what?
Cleveland is extremely data driven.
They're data driven, and then something happens and they throw the data out the window, because what they did with these quarterbacks in that last year, trading Flacco, they traded Pickett also, what they did with Gabriel, what they did with Shador, there's just nothing. There is no computer that spits
There
out,
you go.
let's do that.
There you go. Now, there's Phil, that's the point I would make about analytics. All right? Analytics can do so much. The computers don't play the game. There's human people out here. You coach, you watch, you know a player.
Well-
I hear this 5-star for this guy. I don't want to hear all that crap.
yeah.
I see players, I see guys that can play.
Right.
That can help you in a draft.
Yep.
Grab people that, because you look at their it just fits well.
Right.
It does great. You can get them.
Yeah.
But when you get them here, what happens.
Yeah.
All right, you got to coach him.
Yeah.
You can't live on analytics, man.
Yeah.
Well, what did Stam say about Sean
Oh
Payton
yeah.
on the 10-yard line in that snowstorm when they should have kicked the field goal?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
More
right.
than likely.
Which was a great point, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact. I didn't even think about that. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
yeah.
And it was like 4th and 4.
Yeah.
So it
Fourth
wasn't
and
like
fourth and 10.
Yeah, it was
4th and 10.
Yep.
And they
Was
went
it that
for
much?
Yep.
Yes.
You got a quarterback that hadn't thrown but a couple of
struggling
passes in the last 4
quarterback
years or something
in a
like that.
snowstorm.
Yep.
Yeah. And you're going to trust him to get it in the end zone?
And points were at a premium in that game.
Boy, big
Yep.
time. The weather didn't improve. I mean, yeah.
But you know, if you look at the Browns organization as it is right now, it's very unsettled in a lot of positions. One, you have to assemble a staff, like I mentioned before,
Yeah.
but then you still Watson's back in the picture as a
Yep.
candidate for quarterback.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Monken,
Right?
Yeah.
this
Well,
is it for Monken.
Right.
So
It's a
he's got to get this
one-shot
right.
deal.
Yeah, exactly. So Shador, as nice a
Gabriel,
story as that is,
Right.
Watson.
he didn't prove
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
Last year.
He won't be considered an incumbent.
Yeah. So he didn't disprove anything.
Right.
He didn't prove that he can't play.
Right.
But he didn't prove that he's a guy that's going to lead a team to the promised land last
Yeah.
year. And not that it's any fault of his own. He was just
Right,
thrown in
right,
the
exactly
fire
right.
and had limited weapons,
Right.
and poor offensive
Yeah,
line.
exactly.
So there's certain reasons behind it. But Monken, he's got, in all likelihood, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
To
Yes.
do something positive.
Yes, absolutely.
And if it doesn't happen in 2 years, he's gone, and he'll never be a head coach again for
Right,
the rest of his
exactly.
life.
So that to me says go out and sign a vet. Well, he may consider Watson his veteran though.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
But if you start the veteran, are you going to have two second-year guys, two unproven second-year guys
Yeah.
as his backup?
Yeah, but signing a veteran is a lot easier to say than it is to do. Think about who out there. All I've heard is two names: Kirk Cousins
Yeah.
and this dude from Tennessee that got hurt. Who's the kid that got hurt? I can't remember. Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Malik
Willis
from
is
Tennessee?
Green
Yeah,
Bay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
He's
Green Bay. Okay,
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the two names that are out there.
Now,
No-
Malik Willis is pretty young, right?
Yeah, and he's gotten better throwing the ball, but he's a good athlete.
Yeah.
He
He was,
can run
he's
the
a
ball.
big running.
Yeah, and he's gotten better throwing though.
Yeah.
And that was
Did
kind of a
Indy draft him?
knock.
I know he was in
No,
the
he
AFC.
was with
he went with Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he was with Tennessee.
That's what
Okay.
drafted him?
Yeah, and
Okay.
yet he didn't have a good time. You know, it was projected higher. He is not a top tier quarterback, but has proven to be a guy that can be successful
Okay.
at quarterback. So he's not going to command the money on the market that a lot are. So he's
Yep.
a guy you might want to grab. I know Miami's looking at it because their one coach went down there.
Yep.
They like him.
Yep.
So he's a player that can jump in there. But what quarterback besides that? The Browns. Look, I just
There's nobody. There's nobody.
There's nobody.
Would a Kirk Cousins sign as a backup, or would he expect to start given
I think Kirk Cousins.
Watson, Shador, Gabriel? Would he come in expecting to start, or would he?
Kirk Cousins is very expensive right now, I think
Yes.
also. He's on the last year of a contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he play last year?
Oh, he came
Yeah.
at the end of the season
Yeah.
when Penix got hurt and lit it up.
Oh, at
he was
Atlanta.
awesome. Yeah,
I
he was
remember that.
awesome.
Yeah.
And so, now, same deal for Stefanski in Atlanta now.
Right, right,
Am I
right,
getting
right.
rid of this guy and I'm
Right.
going to go with this rookie?
Right,
Stefanski
right.
ain't doing that crap.
Yeah, and
Hey, so it's a good, it's an interesting situation.
By the way, you
Yeah, it
saw
is.
Baker circled his calendar.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
God,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm loving
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Stefanski.
Hey.
But but in saying that, right, with Kirk Cousins, don't think his agents ain't looking at the Browns.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
you
Yep.
don't need to go.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't need to go.
That's right.
Right,
Yep.
right, right,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
man, geez.
Yeah.
They've got to learn to develop the guys they have.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you said,
Yep.
though, Monken worries me because 2 years. You're right. Because, they're not waiting.
Yep.
They're a defensive lineman again. Everybody gets older.
Yep.
So, again, you got 2 years.
Yep.
And if you don't, it's a win
Yep,
now
yep,
league.
yep,
And
yep.
if you don't,
Yep.
and don't show like great improvement,
That's right.
Monken's gone.
Yep. And their GM has 2 years too.
Yeah, exactly right.
At best.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Do
man,
we know what what did he sign? Do we know what Monken signed?
he signed his life away.
You mean in terms of
His contract.
Yeah.
length?
Yeah.
Oh, good question. It probably is 4 or 5 years. Coaches just, I mean, they're no cap for coaches. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a million coaches
yeah.
that's fired and still on someone's payroll.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
collected.
yep,
Sure.
yep, yep.
Sure.
Okay.
So, you know what? My guess would be 4 years. It'd be 4 years.
All right, well, we got to talk about something positive. We've gone from
Yeah. We went
gone
from
from lemons to
Alana. That
red.
sucks. Yeah.
Melania's
Yeah.
movie.
5 years.
5-year deal?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, son. We got a new point guard in Cleveland.
All right, yeah.
James Harden. Signed, I guess it's been 2 or 3 days. He hasn't played yet.
Yep.
Right.
But we had to get rid of Darius Garland, who's been injury plagued.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Well-
been most of his time here, but
A lot
when
of
we needed him the most,
Yeah.
he's been hurt.
Yeah.
Last year's playoff,
Yep.
I remember a couple of years before that. I think it was the Orlando series. No, it was the New York series.
Right.
We got beat.
Right. Yes.
He was real bad in that series.
Yeah.
When he was healthy, Darius was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought undersized.
Yeah.
He was. He was picked on
He
the
was
defensive
picked on,
end.
targeted.
That's right. Yep.
Defensively, he had unbelievable speed.
Oh. Yeah.
This guy could break down a defense like nobody's business. But at the end of the day, as a backcourt, they were considered a smaller backcourt.
Right,
Now you bring in a Harden who was about 6'5",
Yep.
6'6",
Yep.
220.
Yep.
Yep.
With
Schroeder.
Donovan. What's Donovan? 6'3"?
6'2", 6'3", but
He's
Donovan
a big boy though.
He's
Yeah.
strong and he can leap out of
Yeah.
the gym.
I am
Yep.
very
Yeah.
interested to see how
Yeah.
they look together. Now I did see Schroeder the other night,
Right.
Uh-huh.
against the Clippers. Boy, they
Yeah.
blew the Clippers.
They did,
out.
didn't they? Yeah.
And Schroeder is just Schroeder.
Uh-huh.
11 points.
Plug and
5
play.
assists.
Anywhere he
Uh-huh.
goes,
Yep.
he just does what he does.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Harden at the game?
I did not see Harden.
Okay.
Now, Darius was there
Yeah.
in the stands, not dressed, but I didn't see Harden.
Okay.
So-
Gotcha.
Anyway, I don't want to talk this much.
yeah.
I'm supposed to turn this over.
Yeah.
What's
No,
your,
no.
What's
You're
your
right. We're leading
opinion?
into it. No, you know what? And I'm telling you, my nephew had texted me from Seattle, and people are so upset that Garland,
Upset?
we're getting Harden, who's the biggest choker in the world. He takes money and he throws his arms out and goes to the foul line. That's it, and he'll hold the ball to do it. Granted, they're probably all right, but I heard one of the best statements is, "What's the best ability? Availability."
Availability.
He's averaging 25 and 9. He is a scorer, and like you said, 6'5",
Yeah.
who's a big guy to get
Not
the
gonna
line.
post him up.
And what is he known for? Alley-oops to big men. He
Right.
really assists for
They
me.
said everywhere he
He's a
goes, the big guy.
big like
improves.
benefits. And all right, Jared Allen, those guys doing
Mobley.
that. And as far as like a defense liability, I don't even worry about that anymore.
Well,
It's-
that's a wash. Garland.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right?
we get
Who was
worse
he
on
shutting
that?
down?
Yeah. Somebody that tries and can't do it, or
Right.
somebody that doesn't try and
Right,
can't do it.
right,
Right?
exactly.
So
Yeah.
defense, we
What the
didn't lose
hell?
anything.
Yeah. Well, and I think you get a guy that's healthy, that's a good foul shooter, can distribute the ball, and most of all, takes the ball out of Mitchell's hand. Because
Yeah,
Mitchell's play time,
Yeah.
you look at his
That'll
time
help.
on
Yeah,
the court.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, because you'll get tired. End of the year
Yeah,
last
they
year,
were
look what
right,
happened.
leaning on him a lot.
So much. And now you'll get some of your role players
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I think all they were looking at, to be honest, was Porter and the Proctor. Just
Yeah.
do you trust them as your starter when we're trying to go all the way, man.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
trying to make that run. Well, all right, we got 2 veteran point guards. Schroeder is a hell of a point guard.
Yeah, he is.
Coming in, he does a great job.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to give you 10, 12, and 5 assists
Yep,
and
yeah.
play a
Play
smart
some
game.
tough-
Yes.
Yeah.
And Harden, I tell you, Harden can have them games when he scores 30, 20.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we don't need him to be great.
Yeah.
We just need him to be good, stay healthy.
And I think he understands from a scoring perspective. I think he understands it's Donovan's team.
Oh, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
He
You
got his
couldn't?
contract. That was
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
But I think that
He don't
again,
even want it to be his team.
Yeah.
Right.
That's his issue,
Yeah.
quite
You're right.
frankly.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I think that benefits us, though,
Yeah.
is because he doesn't have to be a great artist. We don't have
Yep.
to be criticizing him. Just be good.
Yeah.
Just be good. Get them alley-oops. Get the big men involved. I think the guy can get the ball at the foul line and cause trouble, man, because he is so big and strong. He's great at getting to the lane. So I was like, when I first heard about it, I was shocked because I love Garland and, Hard's old, all that. But I started looking through it
We
going,
weren't getting it done.
we're not getting, you know what? You look at it.
I kept waiting on them to.
We're worst team,
Hit
right?
their
We're
stride,
worst team.
yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
look at Garland in the starting lineup, they were worse. They were better with him
Yeah.
out of the lineup.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. The team's looking at it and going, we're making a run now.
Yeah.
And we want to keep Mitchell. We want to keep Mobley. Well, we got to make a move. So it's a straight up move for a guy that's playing healthy, that has numbers, that can help us at the point, with a backup guy that's experienced.
Yeah.
So we get into the playoffs, we got experienced guys. The young guys, I think you don't worry about. I love Tyson.
Oh my!
I love that kid. And
I do too. Might be my favorite cat right
I
now.
think all these guys gonna be fine. But Sammy, boy, is a great shooter.
love
He's not a
Sammy.
point guard. He's not a ball handler.
Nah, he's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
Yeah.
So Proctor and them don't have to worry about trying to handle the point because
Yeah.
Mitchell ends up taking over, and then you're gonna wear Mitchell down.
Yeah.
And he's not truly a point guard. So I'd rather have him running around doing his thing
Yeah.
where you have two experienced point guards. So I'll be honest, I'm not as unhappy as I'm disappointed because I really like Garland the way he plays.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, I'm not really disappointed at all.
What's your
Yeah.
position? How much are you watching the Cavs?
Not a whole lot
Okay.
at all. But I think your point about Harden not having to be the man
Yeah.
may negate the thing that defines him.
Right.
Which is when he has to be the man, he
can't.
do it.
Yeah.
So late in the season, postseason, his stats are horrible.
Yeah.
His leadership is horrible. And the other thing, which is a problem actually, I think, is that he's really quit on at least
Yeah.
two teams.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he quit on the Clippers.
Yeah.
But he quit on Philly,
Philly,
and he
yeah.
quit on Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
It was Brooklyn, I think.
Okay. But he quit on both those teams.
Yeah,
He quit on both those
he
teams.
quit on a couple.
All right.
Yeah.
There is one group of people in the city of Cleveland that are thrilled to death that Harden's here,
Yeah.
and it's strippers. All right. That's it. How did I not know? All right. You had to know that,
I
right?
almost forgot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it, man. He's thrilled to death. I mean, they're thrilled to death about that. But other than that, I'm not sure what we're going to get from this.
Well,
dude.
my only thing behind that is his contract's up next year. We can get out of that.
Right,
We
right,
had 2
right.
years with Garland.
Yeah.
Yep.
That we couldn't. So they can get out of that with him.
Yep.
But in him, he's always worked his way into great contracts.
Yep.
Contracts. If you ever want, got to get contracts, go to Harden.
Yeah.
He'll tell you how.
Yeah.
But it's workable in the next year. So he's also got to perform. He can't just, unless he just shuts it down, then no one's going to pick him up for that kind of money anymore.
Well-
So I think, again, being a good ball player with a solid guy like Schroeder backing him up takes the pressure off Mitchell handling the ball.
Yeah.
Gets the big men
I did
involved.
not like Mitchell handling the ball.
Me neither.
I
did
did not like
did
Mitchell
not.
at the
He's
point.
not. He's not a point guard.
He is not a point guard.
No. And Tyson, again, I think that kid's going to flourish because he cuts, runs ball, he's got a
Yeah,
good shot,
yeah.
but he's not really a ball handler either.
Correct.
So, keep him where he's
Quiet.
at.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
And Strus comes back. Strus is a catch and shoot guy.
Catch and shoot.
We need guys to control the ball. And again, nothing against Proctor or
Porter.
Yeah, Porter.
Yeah.
I think they're fine, but it's just they're not trusted with the keys to the car yet. So
Yeah.
that's all that is, experience.
Yeah, I think when it gets late in the game, games that matter, I think you're more likely to see Schroeder
Yeah.
in at
Give me the mic if you do it. Shut
the point. I was looking at Nico lost another point that I was going to make about the Cavs.
Yeah.
Well, does LeBron have anything to do with it? Because I'm thinking LeBron has got to be coming into this conversation at some point in time.
No, but I do have some interesting thoughts about LeBron.
Okay.
But what was I going to say about?
Would you do me a favor? Grab this dog and put him
Alright.
outside the door. Get out
come
of
to
here.
me?
Well, but again, I think though he doesn't have to log a ton of minutes. He doesn't have to be spectacular. He's got to be good.
It's something about that because you were saying that before, and I had a point, and I just
Yeah.
lost it.
And I think again, when you bring Schroeder in, there's an experienced guy that it just gives them that solid point guard play that I think they really need. Because you got a lot of catch and shooters, and you got some big guys that run to the rim, but they're not ball handlers.
Well, one of the things behind signing Harden was to put a team in place that would help them sign Donovan
Right.
because they're trying to sign him next year.
Yeah.
I think he has 2 years left. Like next year would be the year to sign him because the year after that.
Right. You
would
move
be a
Alonzo
year.
Ball opens up money again too.
Yeah.
Plus, I think with Harden's contract being flexible there, if things aren't working, they can move that contract. Now you're talking about making a play for somebody.
Yeah.
To bring in. So at least gives you that opportunity. I think that's what they're looking at.
I'm kind of surprised they held on to Nance. He's kind of like a dead body there. Like,
But you know
like
what
he's
though?
big and athletic, so let's keep him.
Right.
But he doesn't appear to be in their plans at all. He doesn't have any value.
But you know what? But I think in playoff time, or a tough time, say D Wade or anything gets banged up a little bit, Nance gives you some valuable minutes. Now Nance can't handle the ball.
The kid, the skinny kid.
Yeah, Tomlin.
Tomlin, and now the kid from Indiana.
Is
playing.
Right, the at center. But,
At center.
But I tell
I
you
don't see
what,
where Nance is getting any minutes. Man.
I don't, but I like him on the bench being able to play. I don't know, who do you move him for?
You talking about Nance?
Yeah. It's too late now to move him for him.
I think Nance is kind of out of it.
He's the kind of guy.
I mean, think about when they're healthy. You got Jarrett, Mobley, Tomlin, if I'm saying that right.
Tomlin.
And the kid from the Pacers.
Right. At center. But you know what? Again, for the big guys, I just, again, see an area where Nance could come in, play that 6'9" guy like Wade, play that. He can shoot. He can handle the ball. He's a good passer.
Yeah.
And he defends.
You like Nance.
I like Nance. I do. I just think, again, as a role player, not needed to put a ton of minutes in, he's a guy that can go in there and get you 4 or 5 points, get you 4 or 5 rebounds, couple assists, and he doesn't hurt you.
I think his confidence, he doesn't look like the same guy when he's in there.
Yeah. Well,
I think his confidence.
We're going to find out, but I swore to myself after those topics, God damn it, I was staying positive.
So,
right.
Where is Cleveland at right now? 6.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
There you go.
Damn it.
Senioritis, man.
So, Cleveland is like right around 4th place.
Yeah.
But they could lose 2 games in a row and be in the play-in.
Yeah.
Like, it is tight.
Yeah.
So, your point to our roster, as it's currently constructed, they are in a win now.
Absolutely.
Mode. Not so much, hey, we got to win the championship or bust.
Right. But we got to get on by that first round.
Yeah, they need one of those 8 out of 10 runs to assure that they're going to make the playoffs and not this play-in situation.
No, I agree.
New York's gotten hot.
Oh, yeah.
8 or 9 in a row.
Yep.
I don't think anyone's going to catch Detroit.
No, and
Boston's gotten good.
Yeah, they're playing well.
When Jason was out, we thought, well, there's into Boston. No.
Yep. Yeah.
Boston's playing well. Philly's like right behind us.
Yeah,
Who's
Philly's all right. Now George is gone there, but
Paul George.
But again, Maxey's playing crazy. And the other rookie's playing guard, playing great for him, and Embiid's basically healthy.
Right.
So, but again, got a little ways to go after this All-Star break.
Yeah.
I want to see who stays healthy.
Yeah.
What happens now? I'll tell you a key pickup. It's not going to help Indiana right now, but Indiana grabbed Zupan, whatever his name is, the center from the Clippers. That boy is tough. 7 foot, one of the best centers defensively in the league.
Yeah.
There was a guy go, ooh. People don't realize
that Indiana?
In Indiana. That was a great snatch because that guy can play some ball. Man.
Yeah.
And he's healthy and he plays solid. He always has. I was always mad the Lakers got rid of him, but he was a good grab. That,
you know who else is kind of loading up for not this year, but next year? The Wizards.
Oh, my God.
They just picked up AD.
Yeah, if they can stay healthy.
Yeah,
and they got the guard,
the guard from Atlanta, Trey, who wanted to go there.
Right,
Has to go to Washington. But they said that, I haven't seen Washington, but apparently
they got some talent.
They got some young talent.
Yes, they do.
So now they're lining up.
They had a big kid they drafted 2 years ago. Yeah, they got some veteran guys to go along. No, I looked at that and went,
Do they still have their draft picks?
Yeah, apparently Washington's getting ready for next year. So they have high draft picks. They've got some good young talent. And then they've picked up some solid veterans. Ray Young, Anthony Davis.
Yes, right. They got some more, too.
Yeah.
Do you see what Dallas said? Dallas, trading Davis. Oh, God, it can't be anything worse than Luka. But what they're saying is that the owner, as much as you want to give him grief right now, saw Luka as a guy not to be a leader, a strong guy that's going to be in there in shape all the time, do that. Anthony Davis was injured to do that, but Cooper Flagg is playing out of his mind right before the trade deadline. There's a guy that's going to stay late in the gym, come early, who wants to improve at 6'9". We'll build around this guy. And to be honest, they got picks and they got guys.
And they got Kyrie coming back.
Right.
Kyrie coming back. Forgot about that.
And they said to tank the rest of the year because this is the last year they've got their draft choice, like where they get it. So they said, go ahead and lose. Grab the best draft choice you can because they've got some assets they can pick up. And that's a team to look out for. You said, look at Kyrie coming back, working with him. So I found that a little surprising too.
Postseason's going to be very nice in the NBA. The West, again,
Yeah.
be another shootout.
But I tell you what, that East, man, I tell you what, it's better than people thought.
It is.
You know?
It is.
The way the Knicks and them are playing.
Yeah, yeah.
I still like Denver in the West too, though. But I mean,
Do you?
Yeah, you got some talented team. I'm disappointed with Minnesota.
Yeah, I am too.
You know,
I
thought they were better than that. They just traded for a guard.
And
Houston.
John Morant had
yeah.
very little
Oh.
value. They tried to move him. Nobody wanted him.
You know what? And they
So
said-
Memphis is.
Yeah.
They got rid of their Jaren Jackson's. The big
Jerry
guy.
Jackson
They
got rid of. Yeah, they got rid of Bane the year before.
Bane got- yeah,
They're
he's
clearing
gone.
a lot of space for it,
Yeah.
but like they said, people are going to wait. John Morant's going to be low buy time.
Yeah.
but they said
Yeah.
people just aren't willing to risk that right
No.
now. And they said all the players like
Yeah.
all that talent, but
Yeah.
that baggage for the price.
Baggage,
people
man.
said no. And that's kind of amazing too.
Yeah.
Remember, he was going to be the face of the
He's gonna be
league.
the face of the league.
Guy is unbelievably talented.
What a bad choice.
Boy,
Whoever
you
thought
kid.
that.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
But like I said, teams like that are making move and getting cap space.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Warriors got Kristaps Porzingis.
I saw that.
All right, that's a big man.
They got
But
out of the Giannis.
yeah, they didn't.
Mhm.
But that's a 50-50 shot of him even staying out.
Yeah.
And again, nothing against the guy,
Yeah.
but he can't stay out there.
I know.
And they were talking about moving.
I thought Boston was going to be absolutely unbeatable
Yeah.
when he was
Yeah.
there and he was
Yep.
healthy.
Yep.
yeah, and he was playing his ass off.
Yeah.
But boy, once he gets hurt, man, it's wow. That's like Anthony
Speaking
Davis.
of big guys, how good is the kid in San Antonio?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You been watching him?
Wemby. Yeah.
Wemby's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The thing about it is he's only getting older and more mature,
Mm-hmm.
so he's learning to do more things like
He's
correctly.
got a very mature game, though.
yeah,
for a young kid.
Yeah.
he can shoot threes, he
Yeah.
can go the hole, but he's getting stronger too.
I said, did he have a growth spurt?
Yeah.
I've never seen a guy that
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
With handles like
Yeah.
it looks like he used to be a
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he is.
Spurt or
He's even
something.
taller. The guys that played against him said he's even taller in person. You know that guy's a giant. And I tell you what, quiet as a cat. You know what's his name? The GM now that's still with him. He knows what he's doing with people, and they
Yeah.
got the guards. They draft the people they got. That's a
Watch
team.
out for
Look
San
out.
Antonio.
Yep.
You were about to say something.
I was just going to say that one of the things about Wemby that's so amazing is that he isn't a weakling in
No.
the middle. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No.
He
Right.
plays outside and inside,
Right.
but he's not like, who's the dude that Shaq used to make fun of all the time? McGee. JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee.
You know what I mean? JaVale McGee was just,
Yeah.
you know, he was like
Yeah, he
paper
was-
thin.
yeah.
He was just,
Yeah,
yeah.
until he got older, he did.
Yeah.
some things, but
Did you
yeah,
see
when
the
he was
dunk Wemby had on Green?
Oh yeah, that was so funny. And the green looks like he's like 5'8",
Hey,
man.
no
It's just
kidding.
I
That's the
can't
thing.
believe how tall
That's
that
the
dude
thing.
is.
But that's just it.
Yeah.
When you see him slamming him,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Right,
You know?
right.
No, man.
I think their window's about to close over there at the Warriors.
I
They
agree
had a
with
good
you.
run.
They were looking to make a move for Green, maybe try to get him to Lakers with LeBron.
Yeah,
They thought that.
yeah.
But no, I don't see that happening.
Well, it was fun. It was
So
a good
Phil, you had
run.
mentioned
Yeah.
LeBron earlier. Of course, every time this time of year with trades,
Yep.
those rumors come up. Now, fact,
Uh-huh.
Fact.
in LA, they said LeBron has one more year left.
Yes.
But would have to take a significant pay cut. Now, he doesn't need the money.
Uh-huh.
So this is all ego.
Yep.
And they said the cut would be insulting for him to.
yeah.
They don't expect him.
I don't-
So he's probably going to leave the
Yes.
Lakers.
Uh-huh.
Do you see him coming to the Cavs at all?
Oh, absolutely. I can't imagine any place else. Well, other than Golden State, actually.
Really?
That he would
Golden
possibly
State?
go. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
I know him and Draymond.
But
went
real
together.
close.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of I
But
mean, Cleveland, what a story.
Yeah, you know, and
That's what
he's about that, but I agree. With
How can he
Phil, too, though.
avoid that spotlight?
listen, that's a great story for LeBron. It's 1 year of basketball,
Right.
and then the team is done. The team is destroyed
Well, now-
because of 1 year of LeBron on that team.
Are you saying that we'd have to give up assets to get him?
No, I'm saying that Harden and LeBron and Donovan and I just don't see the mix.
I see-
somebody has to go because
Harden-
LeBron,
Harden-
they got to pay LeBron.
Maybe that's when they get rid of Nance.
But I tell you what, though, he's a hell of a passer
Yeah.
still. Get you 20 and stuff. Even
Yep.
You don't think they would make that work?
I don't
That
see
is
it.
a lot. That is
It's a lot.
It's
It's a lot.
And he's
It's not-
entrenched out in the
Yeah.
West Coast.
So it would be nice if it did.
Oh, yeah. I think
Harden's a
all-
wild card for sure. But
But he's a great wild card because of the fact that he can score and he can assist those big guys
yes,
in scoring.
he doesn't
That's a
mind
big
assist.
deal.
Yes.
But he's a ball dominant type of guy,
Yeah.
which makes it a little bit different.
Luka better, so
Yeah.
I mean, I can see him distributing the ball a lot.
Ron, I thought he works well with.
Yeah.
He's certainly giving him the.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Harden.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is
Oh,
a ball
yeah,
dominant
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
No,
So
I sentimentally, I think it'd be awesome.
What a story!
Come back, but you're right.
No.
Every game
that's not a
well,
bad call.
yeah.
Gold State.
Just about every game would be on national TV.
Oh yeah.
We'd have to go up to see some
Oh,
games.
absolutely.
We call an AC.
So LeBron gets to the Cavaliers via trade, or
no.
No, that's got to be up.
I think he would.
He's got to opt out of things.
Yeah,
It's just-
opt out of something.
And he's
I
got-
think he's only got a year left on his contract.
Yeah, I think. But
okay, but that year's a big year.
significant pay cut to
So-
come to Cleveland, though.
Yeah, so next year we're talking 2027.
Next year.
He's a Cleveland Cavalier before the season starts. That's what I'm saying.
You're asking, or
This is his last year in LA, is what
I
I'm
think
saying.
so.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think this is
Okay.
the last year in LA.
Okay,
gotta
so
build
but he's
around
still under contract with the Lakers. So what are the Lakers going to do? Cut him?
No, they want.
Then there's got to be some multi-year trade. I don't.
Yeah.
His contract must be up after this year.
Yeah,
because
but-
they said they can only bring him back at a and I don't know
Reduced
veteran
rate.
Yeah.
minimum. I never heard those terms, veteran
Yeah.
minimum. But they said that the guy makes about 50 a year. So
Yeah.
if he made 30, that's
Yeah.
a big cut.
Right.
But they said they would have to offer him a significant pay cut
And then, yeah,
to bring him back.
yeah.
And then the analysts of the world said that just based
Yeah.
on his ego, they
Right.
couldn't see him accepting that.
Yeah.
And they've got to make the move to make it Luka's team all the way. And
They are.
build around him.
They're
And
building it
That's
for
what it's
Luka.
got to be.
Yeah.
And LeBron, again, he doesn't dribble off into the sunset. He's got.
I can't see
would
where else could he go? I mean, he could go other places. But
Oh, yeah.
What would be better than Cleveland?
unless they
for
stay
his
on the
story,
coast,
for
so
I
his-
don't get why would you want. I don't. Again, I just don't get why you would want a guy that old for that short a period of time. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Just for the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless he's the last piece of a championship. So that's or the sentimental value in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Cleveland's hoping that he's both, believe me.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I think where his game is right now, and I don't see a significant decline between
another
this year and
year.
next year.
No.
See, I only watch that Cavs game, and
Oh no, LeBron
That
is
was-
still playing good ball. What's he
Yeah.
averaging?
Yeah.
he's having 22 a game.
Oh, 22?
To a game.
Yeah.
But that Cavs game, again,
Oh, that
he
was a
just
bad
did
game.
not look good.
That was a bad game.
Yeah.
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 But
That's as bad as he's looked all year.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, though, again, does he want to go out at home having a shot and just becoming like a contributor
Yeah.
to the team instead of going, it's me back here. No, it's me at my age
What
now.
if he came off the listen?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know. That's
hell
okay,
no.
hold on, okay, hold
Are
on,
you
hold on,
kidding?
hold
I
on.
know that. I know what you're gonna say.
Think about the Cavs at full strength.
Yeah.
Jared Allen's healthy. Mobley's healthy. Strus is healthy.
Yeah.
Harden is playing great point guard.
Yeah.
Mitchell, Tyson,
Mitchell,
Tyson.
Tyson,
Schroeder.
Schroeder's healthy.
Yeah. Yep.
Sam Merrill's coming off the bench.
Yeah. Yep.
Tomlin's coming
Tomlin,
off.
yeah.
We have this nice 8-9 man rotation.
LeBron ain't coming off the bench. And listen, with basketball, a lot of it is legacy. And so
trying to think who else would come off.
And so you cannot allow that to be the lasting memory
Right.
of you.
Well, you
you
can
know what I
start
mean?
him then.
Huh?
You can start
Yeah,
him.
you got to start him.
So now you go Jared Allen, Mobley, LeBron,
Mitchell.
and Harden.
You bring Tyson in off the bench.
Yep. And you got 3 guys out of that 5 that don't play defense.
Wait a minute. No, that's not true.
Jared-
Harden's the only one that doesn't play defense.
Jared Allen and Mobley are the only 2 people on that
That's not-
5 that don't play defense. LeBron doesn't play defense anymore.
Yeah, I mean-
LeBron does not play defense anymore.
LeBron's just he plays defense as well as any 41-year-old can play.
I'll grant you that. Okay.
But he gives an effort. There was a time when
So did
Harden,
Garland. Garland gave an effort.
Yeah, he did give an effort.
Okay.
Harden was the one that did not give an effort. I mean, it was almost like he was.
Boy, we're talking our way out of that LeBron deal.
Yeah. And I shouldn't say that about Donovan because I
Donovan plays defense.
Yeah.
Donovan.
Good effort.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot about Schroeder come off the bench.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Schroeder's still
Tell
there.
you what, it's nice.
Yeah. Well, listen, you were talking about pieces that
2 weeks ago. Hey, peaches that aren't there now,
Yeah.
and pieces that 2 weeks ago weren't there,
Right.
and
Yeah.
thinking this is all going to fit. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're throwing new ingredients in that baking
movement.
pan
But you
to
know
make this cake, and you think it's going to be a freaking
you're right,
souffle.
though.
And
I don't know
then-
how he's
Because-
going to do this rotation.
Yeah, but you know
He's
what?
going to be healthy next month.
You know what's right too, though. What you're saying is, but look at the league, and that's it. Like the turnover.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 years, you don't quite get there, and
Yeah.
2 or
Yeah.
3 guys are gone.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden it's a new rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the good ones survive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I see that. But
So who are they better than? You know what I mean? Now Boston's going to get what's his name back when he comes back next year.
Tatum.
Yeah, so he's back. Detroit apparently is
New
ascending.
York is the one I think
Yeah.
is, on the come up.
So
yeah,
so
they just grabbed another little quiet guard off
Yeah.
the bench.
Who's a defensive?
Yeah, and they got Hart, who's injured.
Yeah.
Did he play last night? They beat
Forgot
Denver.
about Hart.
And they beat Denver, but they got Jose, little guard out of
Yeah, this.
New Orleans. Tell you what, he's good off the bench. He's a player.
Yeah.
they're made to win now.
Yeah,
They're made to win now.
it's going to be interesting.
yeah.
Hell, could LeBron end up in New York?
Yeah.
I don't know
guess
the
so.
makeup of their team from top to bottom
Yeah.
to Cleveland, but I could see him going for the big lights one last year.
Oh yeah,
Right. The better story is Cleveland,
yeah.
but boy, we got a lot of people.
You look at Philly and
No, I don't see Philly. I don't see Philly. It's got to be New York or Cleveland, I think. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Not
exactly.
the Clippers.
Yeah.
Not Houston.
no,
Not
no,
Golden
he's
State.
not.
I don't see
no.
Golden State.
He's not going to a place that
I can see Golden State as an outside.
outside. I could because
They're not ready to
being
win
there.
though. Like they're.
Well, that's just it. What would they do?
I can't
for
see them go
next
to
year.
a team that's going to win 42, 43
Right,
games.
right? And not have a chance to run
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So that actually wraps up episode 19 of the Three Brothers podcast.
All righty.
I want to put out our address.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What should we do?
Lamont.
Lamont. Oh,
Yeah, we should probably do Lamont.
Yeah.
Yeah. Demond Wilson.
Don Wilson,
Demond Wilson.
Yeah.
79.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go again, right? Another
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The RIP.
Yeah.
Demond Wilson.
Yeah.
Lamont from Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son,
Yeah.
really the only role of his life that was really,
Really,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's defined him. And I don't remember him doing much else afterwards, quite frankly.
Yeah, he did a
did some
show where he was
kind of-
a preacher or
Yeah,
something.
some
Was that right?
He was
Okay.
Yeah, he was
okay.
on a sitcom
Yeah.
and a few things, but
Okay,
Nah,
okay.
he's,
But
Yeah.
primarily through the
Lamont.
70s
Yeah.
and 80s.
Yeah.
he's the
Yeah.
79 years old.
Yeah.
And we lost. How long ago has it been? Has it been a week or so?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
Let's say, yeah. I'm glad you said that because I forgot about it.
Yeah.
It seems like I'm missing something too. Missing someone. Did we lose someone else?
man.
The woman from
Schitt's
Schitt's
yeah.
Creek.
Schitt's
Schitt's
Creek.
Creek.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
played the mom on the house
know
with
the
the
movie.
kid missing. Yeah,
Yeah. What was the name? Oh God.
We have
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
and I can't
Yeah.
remember her name. She was a good
I can't
actress.
either. 71.
Yeah.
You got to get that, Alan. We need that actress's name from Schitt's Creek.
O'Hara?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it O'Hara?
Yes, it is. What's her first name? Eileen. God, I hate.
I'm not even close. Macaulay Culkin's mom.
Yeah.
Right, Macaulay Culkin's mom. Remember Will Beaumont died?
Catherine
Yeah,
O'Hara.
oh my God.
And I said, the Beaver's
Is
dead?
that the Beavers? Man, Charlie was in the car. Charlie
Yeah.
tried to put me on me one time. I'm like, come
But
on,
listen.
man, that was there. He goes, oh, that's right. We were like, Hugh Beaumont. That's the Beavers
The
dead?
Beaver's dead.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell, man. We laughed all that week. That's what we found. Remember we found like $5 in the back of your mom's car?
Yeah.
And we
We're right,
go to play hoop.
right to the drive-thru.
Right to the drive-thru.
Let's go get some beer.
Yeah.
You found money in Mom's car?
Uh-huh, the white charger.
Yep.
Okay.
$5.
$5. We
This is
spent
back in the 80s,
yeah,
early
70s.
80s, 70s.
70s. And we were like, woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Go get some beer.
And we were
$5?
supposed to
Yeah.
be playing down basketball down by Akron U.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. Like, we
Yeah.
were like, shit, it's the drive-thru. we was like, Hugh Beaumont died.
I don't know how he got from
And he was
Schitt's
like,
Creek to this, but
he's like, yeah, Hugh Beaumont died. He goes, Who you mean the Beavers
The
dad?
Beavers
I
dad?
thought Charlie die laughing. That shit was so funny, man. It just came out right. Yeah, it was like, wow. And that's when I saw the Mouse Man. Remember the
Oh,
you
right,
saw him
right,
walking in the room, we were all
right.
like, Charlie started that crazy laughing.
This guy had these ears, man.
He walked that down by
Yeah.
the it looked like he was gonna go down the sewer. But he had ears like this big, and we were all like,
Said the
Yeah.
mouse man.
Oh, boy.
oh my God. That ride, that day was like being in the Twilight Zone.
What was that lady's name now?
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think didn't hit
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Catherine O'Hara.
And she was funny as hell. She was really
was?
Yeah,
Schitt's
she
Creek.
was. Schitt's
I
Creek was
just
funny.
watched that like a couple of months ago. So I just binged on the series.
Yeah.
It was
Have you
funny as
seen
hell,
it?
Yeah,
man.
it was funny.
Oh, it was funny as
Yeah.
hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, yeah,
well
yeah.
written. Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, well written.
Rest in peace.
Yep, and I believe she is 71, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
So again, any feedback?
Oh hell, I
keep
didn't
them
think we were still on.
Yep.
Man, our email has been blowing up, and we appreciate it so much.
Yes, it
We got
has.
some folks out there. What was the lady's name? Bree Wooten. The
Bree
young
Wooten.
Uh-huh.
singer.
Toy, what?
There, of course, Terrell.
Terrell, yeah.
And what was her husband's name?
Gary.
Gary.
Gary, that's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments. And our,
Absolutely.
there's a million of them. I just can't think of these names right
Yeah.
now. Let me give the address anyway. Our email address is the3brospod@gmail.com. That's the number 3 brospod@gmail.com. I'm getting so good at this.
I know.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
we
just
have,
listening to Nico just crying outside the
here,
door.
Go back there.
Yeah.
Baby is that. Instagram is at the 3 Bros Podcast. Right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So
Very good.
anyway, before we sign off, predictions on the Super Bowl. Who's gonna win? How's it gonna happen? Who's gonna show off?
Seattle's going to beat the hell out of New England. I'm getting 24-10.
24-10.
I'm going with Seattle too. I think offensively, they're going to score enough points, and their defense is loaded. I don't think it's New England's time yet, even though guys from there we wish for and root for. I'm going Seattle too. Brian.
What's the score?
I'm going like 28-14.
28-14. So you guys go in double digits. I think it's gonna be a little closer than that.
Yeah.
I do like Seattle, but I see something like 21-17.
Okay.
So I think it's gonna be a little bit closer.
Okay.
So we I guess
Okay.
on our next episode we'll see who was the closest, right?
Dollar?
Dollar, man.
Dollar bet?
Dollar.
Dollar, green light.
Okay. There you go.
Anyway, thanks again for tuning
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
You've been watching Three Brothers Podcast. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you when we see you.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Are we? Let us know when
Not bad.
We're live right now.
Oh, are we?
Yep.
Okay. Well, welcome to the Three Brothers Podcast.
Again.
Yeah.
I think you're the first 3-timer.
First one.
Awesome, man. Third time's a charm. Are you kidding me? You guys got a great show. And I love being on your show.
And we love having you. We were talking about like, having repeat guests because we want to be local.
Yeah.
What we're doing.
Yeah.
And we grabbed 16,000 views over the holiday,
Yeah.
and then another
Yeah.
6,000. So the views are coming, things are starting, but we want to stay in Northeast Ohio, man. The Akron, Cleveland, Canton, Youngstown area.
Yeah, you guys can be it all though, man. You can be local, you can be statewide. You like ZZ Top says, you can be nationwide.
Yeah, well, whatever it takes, but let's start here first.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do in lieu of the big game this weekend was just kind of get your take. So we put some questions together. We're just going to kind of fire away and just kind of get your take on some things. How's that sound?
All right, I'm best answering questions.
Well, let me give you a underhand softball first question.
All right.
Who do you like and why in the big game? The big
Listen, if I had, who do I like? If I was going to put $5 on it, I'd have to go with Seattle and lay the points. I think those points come game time will come down a little bit. Right now it's 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll come down back to where it originally was at 3.5. And why do I like Seattle? Because they're scoring points.
Mm-hmm.
I know New England has a pretty good defense. But I just think New England's, and you guys know this, and Jay, you know this. You don't. The zebra doesn't change its stripes once it gets into the playoffs.
Right.
You are who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I remember, the coaches used to emphasize that all the time. I was lucky enough to play in the postseason a couple times. And you are who you. They're not going to. I mean, it's just foolish to change who you are, but with that getting you there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, New England's just not scoring. They're not scoring a lot of points, and I'm just not. I just don't think they're going to be able to score.
Mhm.
23, 24, 25 points. That's why I like Seattle. If
Yeah.
I was going to bet now. Who do I want to win? I want the local guy to win. I
Yeah.
want Mike Vrabel to win.
Your buddy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got Alonzo Highsmith there who played with me with the Hurricanes. He's there.
Right.
Scott guy. Yeah, I talked to him, and that's same way. You got the local guys ties. So yeah, but I'm also kind of rooting for Sam Darnold.
Mhm.
I mean, he's kind of taken it on the chin over the years.
It's a pretty good
Had
story.
a great year. Yeah, it's a great story. I think he had a great year last year with the Vikings, and they talk about turn the ball over. Of course, they had their quarterback, but I love seeing him come back and get a shot at a Super Bowl and being able to win one.
His story kind of reminds me of Baker a little bit.
Yeah,
Got drafted first round, got bounced around a little bit.
Finally
I think at some point he was considered a possible bust as a draft pick, but look at him now.
Both of them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, I think what it finally is I think finally Sam Darnold realizes, growing up, you put your faith in a lot of coaches. And I think, and this happened to me, I think going into my 5th year at Notre Dame, I feel I finally realized, well, why am I listening to these dumb shits? I didn't get here because I was listening to those guys. I didn't even know those guys getting here.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden the light bulb goes off in your head. And as a pro, you're like, these guys are just here to give me some advice.
right.
You know what I mean? To
Right.
enhance the way that I play, to
Right.
help me the way that I play.
Yeah.
And this is a big part of it. A big part of it is like, I'm the guy.
Right.
Right.
I'm the guy. And I think, and I really believe this is, and I'm not the only one it believes this. We are all our own best coaches.
Yeah.
And I think you get all of a sudden, and a big part of the NFL is being mature. And that was my problem. I was never mature enough to play. So, and by the time I finally matured, I was dealing with injuries.
Yeah.
But I think you come of age.
Yeah.
And look at Brady. I mean, the guy's so mature. It's just like I don't even want to be around him. He's just,
Yeah.
I never liked being around really mature guys.
Right. Exactly.
The guys that I loved the most were the guys that were mature, but also really crazy and funny too. as well.
Yeah.
So I think, and I don't know much about Sam Darnold. I had to look up where he went to school. He went to SC.
Yeah.
And I love that success story like you guys are talking about as well. I just absolutely freaking love it because those coaches, when I say those coaches, at all levels, they miss players all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see he's landed. And that Seattle coach, don't know anything about him, but he seems like a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
It's a pretty young guy, isn't he?
Yeah, very young guy. But I agree with you. I think the maturity and stuff kicks in. And you're right. You get different coaching staff to different things. But let's face it, it's your town. It's what you do that's going to play. And they just give you the tools or the play calls to make those plays. And I see him doing it. He just looks like he's got the confidence now that he's at peace with who he is. And he enjoys playing the game.
Yeah, he's comfortable in his skin. And you mentioned Baker Mayfield. I think that a lot of that has to do with Baker.
He's comfortable. Definitely comfortable.
You get listen, Johnny Manziel. Here's another guy. Just never gained that maturity. But you know what? He didn't have coaches that helped him. Put it this way. So was it Baker or Manziel? I can't remember. I think it was Baker. So you remember the incident where I think it might have been Garrett that ripped off Rudolph's head and tried to, or helmet and tried to hit him. Okay.
Right.
So I think it was the next year. I think it was it Freddie Childress that was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns?
Freddie Kitchen, yeah.
Freddie Kitchens.
Yeah.
Freddie Kitchens. So they go and play Pittsburgh, and you got your head coach wearing a T-shirt that says they started it.
Right.
So now you've got a quarterback that you're trying to teach to be a professional and mature and all that, and he sees his head coach wearing a shirt that says they start. I mean, this is how dysfunctional the Browns are.
Right.
I
remember
forgot
about
that.
I
Oh
remember
my
that.
God, I forgot.
We
that.
ate it up too.
Does that? I mean, what does that tell you? Oh my God.
Dude, how about this one? The Browns, it's a science experiment up there. And it's not even like senior year. It's like freshman year science experiment. They got the Super Bowl coach on their staff last year.
Yeah.
And they
let him go.
Well, they
I
let
mean,
him go.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He could
It was like a consultant.
He could have
You know
walked
what I'm saying?
home.
Yeah.
He was so close. So why not just take the guy?
Only
No,
Cleveland.
we let him go.
Only Cleveland.
Yeah.
Totally Cleveland.
Let Belichick go. By the way.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
You had a question, I think.
No, I was just going to agree with what Brophy said with regard to Darnold. My pick, and I'm glad Vrabel's an Akron boy, so I'll celebrate that. But I look at it in terms of who's going to catch the most hell if they lose, and that's Sam Darnold for sure. Drake May will get a pass because he's young enough to, he's just gotten there, just like a Marino who was there in his second year, I believe. And so, you'll feel like, he took his team to the Super Bowl. It was highly unexpected that they would get there.
Right.
I think the Patriots are like 4-13 last year. So this year's a success for them. But Darnold has caught so much hell just for being a human being, quite frankly, that I really, really am pulling for him and want him to have success. I like the kid. I like the fact that he's not full of himself. Even when he came to the Jets, he was saying things like, I'm in awe of what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? He just let himself be vulnerable, and now he's grown into the role that he's in, and I just like that.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, I love it.
What's the your take on the style of play between the two teams? Do you see a big contrast, or what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't really. I haven't watched. I watched Seattle last week. Watched them playing that game. I was pulling for my former team,
Rams.
and I was impressed. And they're playing a little bit. They're playing on a clean track, turf field. I thought both teams played really fast.
Yeah.
And I thought that defense. Those guys were playing hard. They were hitting hard.
Yeah.
And I love the fact, like Darnold, they just kept coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean? They were resilient, and they could move the ball. They could move the ball down the field. It's like you contrast it. It's almost like then you go to New England, and the last couple of that was a messy field outdoor in the week before.
That snow?
Yeah.
Denver.
Right. Okay.
And then the week before was messy.
Yeah.
So, so they just slug it out. They seem like, they want to, I think they got to play. I mean, they're tough.
Yeah.
New England's tough. They got to keep that score down low. That's what they got to try to do. Thinking of that game last week, and I got to mention this, is I couldn't believe how greedy that coach, boy, did he blow it. The guy from Denver, what's his name?
Oh yeah, Peyton.
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
How about that? So this is where you lose it as a coach. And I don't know what the analytics say. Could have been analytics, but here you just forget who you are in that moment, who your team is. He's got a quarterback that has thrown one pass in the last 4 years or whatever, and he gets them down there to the 10-yard line, and he decides to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
He should have taken the points and said, "Hey, I'm lucky to be here where I am."
Yeah.
And it's like he was just going to do that all day long,
Right.
and
Exactly.
it didn't happen. So I felt sorry for Denver, but that New England team is tough. So New England, I think, is gonna. What's his name? The quarterback May. He's gonna have to step it up. He's going to have to play a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Because Seattle's going to bring it to them.
Yeah.
And if they don't keep pace with Seattle,
Yeah.
that game could be 35 to 10.
Yeah. They can get away from
Well,
it.
I like Seattle's defensive line and both lines, but Seattle's defensive line with Leonard Williams them up the middle. And they will bring pressure on you, but they get there. And they can cover and they can swarm. I like that. As far as New England, I think their thing is they're going to have to blitz Darnold and say beat us because they're going to have to cut off the run and get after him because otherwise, I think with you that Seattle just scored too many points against them. That's my thought at least.
Yeah, New England's been making teams. New England's been capitalizing on mistakes.
Yes.
And last week was a perfect example. It's like, okay, hey, we're going to play a solid, mostly mistake-free game.
Yeah.
And then, when you blow up, I mean, look at Houston. Or the Texans. How bad did they blow up?
Wow. Different team.
Yeah.
And the quarterback looked
It was terrible. Yeah.
I've never seen him play that bad.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy?
Right,
I mean, because he ate Cleveland up, what, a
Did he?
year or 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
And I thinking, but give credit to New England. They were, a big part of him blowing up. So, and that's the thing. Seattle's going to have to keep their poise because if they start making mistakes, then it gets tilted a little bit towards New England.
Yeah. Because I think if they do play that way, that it'll stay a closer game. I think those points won't be as many. But if they get them turned over and do that, that's their favor. But if Seattle can score and not be turned over to get in the red zone and make plays, because look at that last week's game. They gave it to Darnold instead of win it. Go win it.
Yeah, they did.
They let him have that ball those last couple of minutes, and he took them down the field, scored. And I think if he's able to do that, like you said, I think it's next it's 35-14. You go, what happened?
Here's the question I got for you guys, and this is something that I've been thinking about. And to me, and you guys know this, I mean, it's such a quarterback-centric league. And, I'm looking at these two quarterbacks. So is it, and I'm trying to figure this out, is it something that Vrabel says to May, says, hey, listen, you got nothing. Don't worry about a damn thing. Just go out and play and have a good time. And there's no pressure on you.
Yeah.
And or and then on the other side looking at Sam Darnold, has been around. Maybe he has things to prove.
Right.
Is he putting too much? Because to me, it's which quarterback is going to be able to handle it, and I just don't know the answer to that.
Well, the thing that you said up front is probably the right thing for both quarterbacks. Be who you are. And so that's all you can do. You can't be great on the great day when you're not a great quarterback. Just play your game, rely on your teammates. I thought May played scared last week, quite frankly. He didn't look like he looked like he was caught in the headlights, and I don't think he played that great a game. The Rams in Seattle, that was a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
those two teams went toe to toe, and they fought. It went overtime, right? That game went overtime, right? Did it go overtime?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, it came down to the end, and so it was an absolute battle. And whatever team had won that game, I think would be favored, this weekend. So,
well, I think the conditions played a big role in the game with Denver and New England, where they didn't want a big play to cost their team. Like the kid had that lateral. He tried to throw the ball, but it was actually a lateral.
Oh, the quarterback.
New England got a touchdown. Those type of things decided the game in those inclement type of conditions. Yeah. But see, to your point, more the reason to kick that field goal when you're at the 10-yard line.
Right.
In those conditions.
No.
Right. Could have gone up 10-0. And and in the end, New England doesn't score more than 10 points.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, this is not a team that's going to put up 30 points, but that's typical of Peyton, though. He's always the smartest guy in the room type of coach.
Yeah. Which I like him least about anybody else in the in the NFL. But
he's a bit of a
he's a jackass.
He's an odd dude, ain't he?
Yeah. That criticism.
He's the guy
during the season. All that crap, man. His bounty gate and all that crap that he was doing.
Yeah.
What gate?
The bounty.
Remember he had
Yeah, Bounty
Big
Gate,
Williams?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. There were a lot of players in the league that, didn't really like that.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. And, he really should get his ass kicked for that.
Right.
Because how you putting a bounty on somebody trying to make a living?
A living, right?
Hey, you know,
I mean, that's bullshit.
that cheap shot shit or like injured shit. I saw guys that had knee surgeries get cut on a play and jump up fight because they don't want to go under the knife again. That's a career.
Yeah.
And and to try to put people out or injure, no, man, that didn't fly at all.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
that is strange shit.
People don't forget that stuff.
No.
Let me ask you this: as a pro football player, how do you prefer to watch the game? Do you like to watch it with other, like the Jay Brophies of the world that's been there like you and understand it? Do you like family and friends, or do you want to be by yourself?
Nah, I like to watch it with you guys and just watch the game. It's nice where I'm going. I'm going over to Buddy's house, and the ladies, they go in the other room and they're talking. They're really not watching.
Right.
the game.
Okay.
Right. I got to tell them when halftime's coming on. I want to.
Right.
I think I want to see Bad Bunny more than I want to see the game.
Right.
Right. This
Are
guy,
your
Bad
buddies
Bunny.
are your buddies ex-ball players on some level?
You guys might. I don't know. He played at Akron.
Okay.
A guy named Brian Hagemeyer.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
You know Brian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think his son played at St. V. Forest.
Right.
Yeah.
But so Brian has some people over, and he'll watch. I'll sit and watch the game, and I'll have to explain some of the shit to these guys.
Yeah.
trying to figure it out. But no, I like to watch it. The thing that I watch, the really what I watch first and foremost is I watch the two lines.
Okay.
And there's and you guys know this, I'm sure, is who's playing on whose side of the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So if you're getting a lot of defense, if you're seeing a lot of guys show up in the backfield, whether it's the run or the pass, you better get some shit corrected on that offense.
Right.
But if you see a lot of offense, if you see the run game going well and running backs downhill, they're not impeded to the line of scrimmage, where they're hitting the hole. They're hitting the hole with their shoulder square, and they can go either left or right.
Yeah.
Then that team's got a problem. Team's got a problem.
Yeah.
But it'll be, if it's a clean game.
Yeah.
And when I say a clean game, that there aren't a lot of penalties and fumbles and stuff like that. So, but I like watching the game.
You also analytical then when you watch it. I mean, you're kind of zeroed in on the line and the
yeah. I'll watch the game, see what they're trying to do. I'll just see what they're trying to do. If you and past situations, are they pressuring the quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Is the quarterback throwing the ball on time?
Mm-hmm.
Those little things. I mean, you take it's a lot of it's sport. Most sport is about rhythm. I don't care if you're playing tennis, golf, football. I mean, you get in a rhythm as a quarterback.
Yeah.
You're trying to disrupt his rhythm.
Yeah.
Are they doing that? Are they playing? Is it 3rd and 15 or is it 3rd and 1?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Shit like that. And, so that's what I try. And it's as simple. I mean, it's simple. The guys that, I can't stand, what I can't stand is these announcers. Oh my God. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Speaking some foreign language with this shit, like everybody's doing.
Everybody's so protective of the brand.
Yeah,
and everybody wants the brand to succeed.
Yeah.
It's like everybody from the trainer to the quarterback is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Absolutely.
Right. Oh, he's a great player. Oh, he's a great coach. Oh, I was like, and I want to say to you, it's like most of the time, and you guys know this, most of the times the reason plays succeed is because somebody failed.
Right.
It's not because
Absolutely.
it's not because somebody was really great.
Yeah.
It's like, the guy missed the tackle. That's why I ran another 50 yards.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you watch, I don't know if you watched any of thank you, ESPN today, but they had Bo Jackson on this panel. I don't know if you caught that or not.
No.
And he was going berserk because of how when a defensive player gets a fumble or interception, like the whole unit runs to the end zone now. And they take a picture and pose and do a dance or whatever. He was going berserk over this stuff. It drives him crazy. And we're gotten so used to seeing it now. Our dad used to hate that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody get up and dance after a sack or whatever, he would go crazy. But now, you see a defensive guy get a fumble recovery, the whole unit runs to the end zone and greets their fans and poses, and hey, they have a
a prime example of that was the celebration by the defensive back from Seattle. Last week we went over taunting on fourth down.
Yeah,
they're talking crap to silent. Then the next play, catches the ball for a touchdown.
Wait a minute. What about the guy who made the Hail Mary on him? Washington and Washington and Chicago.
Yeah, and he was talking to the fans.
Talking to the fans. Yeah. And they threw the Hail Mary on him.
Right. I remember that.
I just see some shit that I just.
That's just a different generation. But when you said branding, that's what came to mind because.
Oh man, it's all these cats. I mean, if they're not playing, anything outside the play, they're playing to the camera. It's show business.
What's he selling? Watches or something?
Yeah. Right. It's show business.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the announcers. Like, do they want to tell us the technical term of everything to make themselves look better? But if I got to hear another breakdown of 38YZX over it, I'm going to hear that shit. It's all it is different levels. They hit a guy in the zone. All right, the guy missed the play.
Right.
That's about enough.
No, I mean, a lot of this shit they're saying, they're just making that shit up as they go. Trust me.
I agree.
I mean, I'm like, that makes no sense to me what he just said.
And it's really no Omaha and the Peyton
right.
Telling me.
Here's what kills me is they're coming up and terminology's changed throughout the last 70 years. I mean, when we were playing, I mean, you go from one team to the next team and terminology would be different, but you're talking about the same shit.
Right.
And, and like this, what kills me today is complimentary football. Yeah. And I was like, well, I mean, that's just like playing all three phases of the game. Exactly. And then one guy, I forget what the coach was talking about, but man, I wish I remember. I was like, damn. I mean, these coaches, and so I'm coming from a place, I don't think the game today is better than the game when we played it in the 80s and the 90s. I don't think so. I don't think it's a better game. I don't think they tackle as well. I don't think the offensive linemen block as well.
Totally agree.
I just listen. The athletes are just as good. Athletes are on the whole. The athletes are better. But I mean, you're not going to tell me guys like Lawrence Taylor and guys like Jay Brophy and guys like Joe Montana couldn't play today. But they probably have more athletes.
Yeah.
And they play a faster game.
Yeah.
But man, I'm watching guys linebackers shove people out of bounds today. And I'm like, what? You're shoving somebody out of bounds? So I mean, the kickoff and then explain that to me. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Yeah. And you got to tell somebody if you're going to onside kick it. So there's no surprise.
Right. I just don't know so I'm down a little bit on the game today. I forget where I was before I was saying this. I was going off on a little bit of a tangent.
We'll get you back, no worries.
Like you're saying the ball that we played years ago compared to the ball today.
Yeah, and you were pissed at the announcers always giving too much praise for everybody on the field.
Oh yeah, man, yeah, right. But it's just and we were talking about the celebration and it just it really is. I mean, but go figure, the game's never been more popular.
Exactly.
It's really
That's it.
I mean, they had in that Houston New England game, they had almost 35 million people watch that game.
Yeah.
They said it was the highest rated game ever in the NFL. This Super Bowl probably even break that. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, it never stopped.
Well, one change that I like, and I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but when you have these defensive backs on an island with the receiver, balls in the air, and now they are kind of engaged with one another, where that used to be a flag if you touch that receiver.
Right.
They're kind of, nobody's grabbing and pulling, but they are kind of jostling for position, and they let that go now. I like that because it's like a jump ball, and let's let the best athlete get the ball, right? As long as you're not.
Well,
if Jay's going for the ball, I shouldn't be able to pull his arm down,
right.
or if he's getting past me, I can't pull him back. Those type of things have always been flagged.
I think
I like the jostling for the ball.
I like it because I think they have to have it because we're not allowed to jam receiver stuff anymore.
Correct.
Guys get off the line of scrimmage way too easy.
Yeah.
Let you get hands on them right away. You can't touch them during a route, basically. And I'm going, after a while, that's like 7-on-7.
Right.
We used
right.
to, when in doubt, knock them out when they're coming over the middle, or
But
what
is a flaw though is when you just throw the ball in the air, like the game that Denver won before the quarterback got hurt. Late in that game, he was being blitzed. He just threw the ball up in the air. So he just threw it up downfield. Now the defender didn't know what it was. It's clear pass interference, but it was the difference in the game.
Yeah.
And all it was a jump ball. So it was a penalty. They get it on the spot. They're in field goal range. The dude ends up getting a second penalty.
Did you like the penalty call or not like it?
I like the penalty call.
Okay.
I don't like the penalty yardage.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
you should take that ball all the way down the field for that scenario. I actually like the college rule. In that kind of scenario, it's better. Or it's 10, 15 yards. But you're not, the game is over because of that call.
Yeah.
And it's just too much of a penalty based on that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I agree.
And they never call it, or they rarely call it on the offense. So
particularly late in the game, they do not like to be the deciding voice of the game, which I get that too. So
they can't have another game like they had. The Rams were playing the Bengals. This is a couple 4 years ago, and they basically the refs kept the flags in their pockets the entire game, and then the last drive that the Rams had, the last 2 minutes of the drive, they start throwing flags.
Right.
And I was like, it's like you talk about confusing for a player. How do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you go from not, you just can't do that. And I think that's the other thing about the game is the officiating. I mean, you guys, I know you saw it. I mean, the quarterbacks were getting hit in the head this past weekend and the weekend before that, and there were no flags.
Right.
But I mean, but if you see that during the season, they're throwing flags. I mean,
flags.
the inconsistency, and that's a good point you bring up. The inconsistency of the referees you gotta limit then the yardage you can get from a penalty because these guys are making judgment calls that half the time they're wrong. They can't be changing the game.
And especially with guys making 60-yard field goals now too. It's not like you need a ton of yards. You throw it, you get that found, and hell, man, 50 yards out, you're winning the ball game.
How about these guys kicking 60-some-yard field goals?
Jesus, man, I tell you what,
man,
that's unreal. I mean,
that's unreal.
If a guy could hit one from 50, you thought, oh, wow,
right back in the day,
that's something. That on leg. Now it's like 67.
60, right?
So, I mean, that's unbelievable thing. Well, you worry about overtimes and things like this. If there's 30 seconds to go in a game, why people don't panic? Hell, they get the ball on the 30-yard line.
Right.
First down or two, and the next thing you know, they're lined up for a field goal.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Well, think about it. Athletes or kickers in the past weren't athletes. They were just kickers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Athletes,
They were not guys that were threatening in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
If you decide to get an athlete, somebody that's 6'4", 220 as a kicker, you know what I mean? Got some skill. They're going to be able to put that ball further down the field.
That is unbelievable.
Oh, and they're getting to that point.
Too much offense.
Well, I think
there's a lot of offense, right? A lot of offense. Yeah.
I think the game is set up. It's slanted a little bit towards the offense. Just
absolutely.
Shot basketball. Yeah. So we had this discussion before we called today because Philip, the ex-quarterback here, was making a pretty good point in that the winning the team that wins the Super Bowl, that quarterback ends up, with the Super Bowl ring, and it elevates the status. even though they may not have been the most valuable player on the team, right? It could have been a powerful defense like the Baltimore Ravens. It could have had a running back that set records.
How many rings you got?
Yeah, how many rings you got? So that quarterback will always be referred to as Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? You never hear Super Bowl winning running back or, this guy was the captain of a Super Bowl winning defense. It's always the quarterback that gets elevated simply because their team won. So we were curious on your thoughts on that. Is that a fair assessment? What do you think about that?
I've never given much thought, to be honest with you, but hey man, that's great. I think that's great. You Super Bowl. I'd be sure if I was a Super Bowl winning cornerback, I'd be sure to let them know that.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly right.
I said, listen, you can introduce me as the Super Bowl winning quarterback, cornerback, right, or Super Bowl winning outside linebacker,
Right.
But
it's always about it. But they are referred to as Super Bowl winning quarterback, whether they did had a fantastic game or not.
Yeah, I look at my boy.
They're always blowing smoke up the quarterback. Yeah, you come to.
Look at my boy Marino, and I'm telling you, there wasn't many better than that at all. But since he didn't get a ring, he always comes up short. And I'm like, from playing with him, I'm biased, but from watching that, I'm going. I ain't seen many better.
Me neither.
I just didn't.
Me neither.
I really didn't.
Yeah.
I think that. You're bringing up a good point now. Marino, man, he's got one of the better quarterbacks ever to play the game. He never wins a Super Bowl, but I never really, I never really equated being a Super Bowl quarterback. Winning quarterback to being like great or anything.
Right.
Jim Everett.
I mean, they are. They can be like Brady. He's a great quarterback. Montana, great.
Right. Yeah. There are some that are that way, but just because you win a chip or two doesn't mean you were the best quarterback around.
Yeah, I'm not sure Joe Flacco is one of
my man Joe.
The guy at Tampa.
With Dilfer, Trent Dilfer.
With Alcorn Sappin.
What was his name? God. We always have a senior moment.
He
played for the Redskins also.
Correct.
Back in the day.
Mark Rippon?
No, when
Tampa won the first Super Bowl
with Gruden. Remember he took over for Dungy?
God, I can't remember.
And they won.
Yeah, there you go. Well, perfect example. You can't even remember who.
Yeah, I know.
Shows
you how good he was.
Junior ain't even listening to us.
Anyway, who did you play for? Who was your quarterback when you played, Frank?
Jim Everett.
Jim Everett.
So the game. Hey, listen. The closest I ever got to the Super Bowl was the NFC Championship in San Francisco. And that's when Everett took the Phantom Fall. That's the fall that Jim Rome called him out on.
Right.
They called him Chris.
Oh my God, you're
right. Calling Chris Everett.
Yeah.
Right. So listen, it was storybook, man. We get into the playoffs. We get in a wild card, and we have to go to Philadelphia and play Buddy Ryan and a good Philadelphia team. They had that good defense, and we win. And we had a great defense that year. And then the next week we had to go to New York. We're in those are 4 or 5 hour trips.
Yeah.
We go to New York, and that's when Flipper Anderson caught the ball. And I don't know if you guys remember that, but he ran out of he caught, and I think it was a game-ending walk-off TD reception in overtime or whatever. It finished the game. He caught the ball and kept running into the tunnel in the stadium. All right. So then the next week, we got to go to San Francisco, all right, and play these guys. And these guys, they're middle of the five or six Super Bowls, Montana. And we go up there, and they kick the shit out of us. They beat us. It was like 45-7. They beat us.
Oh no!
And that was when Everett started getting. He dropped back to pass, and the pocket was collapsing around him. And bro, he went down like a baby giraffe. All right? and he curled up in the fetal position.
Yeah.
And I think one of the Niners just touched him down. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
That's what Jim Rome was calling him.
Chris Everett. Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh wow.
Wow. Those were some good games, though. Now, was LT playing? Did you play against Lawrence?
Yeah. I was never on the field at the same time.
Right.
But he was.
Here.
We go to New York, and that brother would just never stop talking on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about talking. He just talk.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you got to give that blow a rest.
Yeah, man. It was good because he was. You're right.
He was
talking
unhinged
the whole
though,
time.
man. LT
Why he's
was
kicking
unhinged.
ass and running around? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I
Brad
try.
Johnson.
That's who it was. Yeah.
I try to keep it real. But I'll tell you what, there's not a better linebacker ever to play the game than him.
I'll tell you that too.
Correct.
And you know what? Sometimes when we talk about people, I always say, like you were saying earlier, guys that played back then would be superstars. Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
they would adjust to the game or whatever. But you talk about starting that outside linebacker rush kind of guy.
Mhm.
That's Lawrence Taylor to me.
Yeah.
And I never saw anybody. And I watched
Speed
him
and
too.
power.
It was like, oh man, that guy was incredible.
Unbelievable.
So yeah.
Unreal. Yeah, unreal. Guys like that.
Let me ask you this: with so much, since we're talking about superstars in football, what's your take on the current Pro Bowl situation with the flag football? Do you even watch this or what? Now, to their credit, the Pro Bowl game just did not work. Right? Nobody would play. Right? They wanted to recognize the people that were at least voted in, so they came up with the flag football. So I give them credit for that. Right.
I didn't watch it. And the one year they went, I think they went to it, a couple, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I remember Greg running into Greg Pruitt the following week. And he says to me, did you watch the Pro Bowl? And I said, no. This is before they went to the flag. This is before they, right. He goes, did you watch the Pro Bowl? And I said, no. He goes, man, he goes, nobody's tackling anybody.
Yeah.
And so then that's when they went to flag. I mean, how do you, you're making $100 million over 7 years. How do you go out there and risk it for a Pro Bowl?
Yeah. And you can't half play football either, right?
Exactly.
That's just not that kind of game.
That's how you get her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I think it's. I don't watch it. But
that game is not for football players.
No.
I mean, even football players as fans, it's not for them. It's for fans of football to watch.
Just like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love, I'm rooting for Shador, but for Shador to be selected and Flacco to be selected, I mean, that just kind of watered down.
It was Flacco's first Pro Bowl.
It is that.
Well, my thing is same with, I was telling these guys, I don't watch. I have no interest in it. After I saw that with you and Greg were talking about that guys were it was terrible. No one was touching anybody. And
right.
I mean, just, hey, name them, do whatever you want. I don't watch any of that.
Did Shador go to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah. He didn't. That's news to you, right?
Yeah. No, I think that's great. I'll tell you what, Shador, don't close. I mean, there's some people might be closing. You can't close the door on that. If he can, I think he got better this year.
He did, I thought so.
He does things that to me, the court is that all great quarterbacks do is if he's got what I'm getting at is, to me, the definition of a great quarterback is when the play breaks down, the quarterback makes a play.
Yeah.
And Shador does that.
Yeah, he does.
And he need, now.
Well, he needs a full training camp in a preseason.
If he gets the right coaching and he continues to get better, and the game all slows way down for him and all those things, I'll tell you what, some of those plays he made this year were outstanding.
I thought so.
Yeah.
And
to a team that's dying for a play.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for him. Go ahead, James.
But he's got to check that. And this is just my humble opinion. What do I know? But he's got to check that. He's got to check that ego a little bit sometimes. He's got to realize that he's playing against great athletes too that can run him down and sack him.
Yeah.
And, and if he throws the ball late, somebody's going to intercept it. So
Yeah.
you talk about, he's got to get that football. I'm sure, as far as his approach to the game, but as far as respecting the other team and what they can do, I mean, he's got to get that. He can't, he's got to just like, so all the great I watched Brady. Brady never took a sack. He'd throw the ball. I can't believe these quarterbacks in the how many quarterbacks in the playoffs are making bad decisions with the football. Just throw the freaking thing away.
Throw it away.
Trying to make a play.
Yeah.
Scrambling all around, losing more yards.
Yep.
Yeah. Or fumbling the ball, getting tackled. Can't throw the damn thing away.
And there's no harm in hitting your check down and getting
No,
4 or 5
absolutely.
yards. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Right. I mean, not every play, in that Houston game, they played New England. If you'd have just thrown that ball away, they probably were, close to winning that game. Here's a question I got for you guys. And this is what was I can't remember now. It was about quarterback play. Son of a gun.
no, it's like the Three Brothers.
You telling.
We do this every week.
Yeah.
It was cheating.
Yeah.
You got to get a notepad, man.
Gotta get
I
a
know, man.
That's what these are for.
Yeah. Yeah. So, quarterbacks, they just gotta, there's so much the game, lives and dies with them,
I'm
in my
really
opinion.
looking forward to seeing what he looks like if he's, given the opportunity, having that full training camp in a preseason. Which
And
he didn't
draft
have for.
either an offensive lineman or a wide receiver.
yeah.
But give him something to
Give
work
him
with.
something, and then let's judge him. So
I'll be honest with you. I feel sorry for Shador because he's with a program that they can't. I mean, how are you gonna? Oh boy, how are you gonna want him to be the player that going to take the Browns into the playoffs when they can't find the right chemistry on their coaching staff or the front office?
Bingo.
I mean,
next question to you: What are you thinking about the new coach? You familiar?
I don't know anything about him, but I saw the.
He must be a good test taker.
Huh?
Right.
So he must be a good test taker.
Right.
So, but I'm sure you guys, somebody was sending that quote around about him, talking about the Browns being dysfunctional, all that. I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I don't know. Did Schwartz decide to stay?
I think they're saying if the money's right, maybe, but if not, then he's probably gone. But so I think
that's the Browns' answer to a lot of things. Just throw money at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. That's helped a lot.
That's
right.
Interesting. I mean, that's it's that time of the year where you have to start assembling your staff. So either you're coming or you're not coming. So I don't know, but we're going to get ready to wrap this up with you. I got another question for you, and it's about the Super Bowl. And we were actually talking among ourselves. Your most memorable play, not particularly yours, but the play that you remember most about the Super Bowl. Can you recall any play that comes to mind that's the most memorable for you?
I'll tell you the most memorable Super Bowl that I went to the Super Bowl game with my dad down in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
And the Giants were playing Buffalo. And that was a big deal for me. So it wasn't so much the team, it was just being there.
Yeah.
Kids and wife, it's the field goal.
Going with your dad.
Right.
Kelly.
Yeah, that would have been 19 I think that would have been 1989 or thereabouts.
Jim Kelly years, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kid missed the field goal.
Yeah, and I think that was New York's backup quarterback that was playing that game.
Frank
No. It was Phil Simms got hurt. And what was the dude that was his backup?
Senior moment.
I can't help you on that, bro.
Oh, his brother used to live next to me.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember. What was his name?
Or Phil Simms in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff Holt.
Hostetler.
Hostetler.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hostetler won that
Yeah, played West Virginia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We killed him.
Hey, Jay, I got a question for you, man. It was hard that I mean, tell me about that. I think Miami had a great year.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, they get into the national championship game. I didn't. I watched the first half. I didn't. I wasn't able to stay up and watch the second half. But
Yeah.
I mean, what? I mean, just your thoughts on the Miami team this year.
Well, you know what? To be honest, Frank, I had talked to coach earlier in the year, and I said there was a game that came on. I watched, and for the first time, my wife looked at me. Everybody looked at me. Goes, "What's wrong?" I didn't say something. I wasn't howling at the TV or anything else. You know, normally I'm a nut, and I told her, I said, "You know what it is? They're finally playing hurricane football. You know, they're playing physical. They're playing fast. They're going after it." I go, "That's all I can ask." You know, I mean, if they're gonna throw the ball away or, you know, intercepts left or right, special team errors, missed tackles, that shit I can't stand. And I told Mario that. I said, "You know what? I finally see hurricane football, man." And I said, that I'm happy with. And we had a shot at the end of the Indiana game to win it. You know, we threw one wide underneath, maybe outside over the top. We got a shot. So we came down to having a shot. Of course, I'm upset we didn't win it, but you know what? I finally see a team that I can be proud of again and watch them and say, you know what?
Yeah.
And they're playing good ball.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose games, but damn, you know, I just can't see when you're beating yourself and playing like, and you're getting abused. That shit doesn't fly. I mean, I can't accept that. And I told the coach that, but Mario agreed, you know, that's what he's been looking for, to get that back. And I think at least we're on the right track. We did good in the portal. Looks like Notre Dame's going to be solid after they had your coach leaving for 14 different jobs. I mean,
you know, that was just the agent trying to get more money out of it.
Yeah. Big smart guy, right. But you know, that should be a good game again next year. It meets later in the year. And again, you know, I think your team, how do you feel about them? I know they're on solid ground.
Oh man, I was so disappointed in the way they handled not getting invited to a bowl game. I said, listen, man, when the girl you want to ask you to go to the dance doesn't, just keep your mouth shut. And you know, take it. Just don't say anything. You know, and I said this to a bunch of guys that I was with, and I've said it to everybody. You know, I mean, just take it, because when you just like a game, because it comes down to the end, they got no argument when it comes to whether Miami should go or them, because it's head to head. Same thing with Texas A&M. You know, the tragedy lied with how does James Madison go, but that's another story.
Right.
But when they don't invite you, just keep your mouth shut. And you know what I said? You should have had fun with it and created your own bowl.
Yeah.
And you know, you should have. I said, well, who was the team that beat James Madison? It was Louisville. I said you should have called Louisville and gone and played a bowl game and called it like the FU Bowl or something.
The left out bowl.
The left out bowl. But I was disappointed in the way they handled that. I thought that was, you know, when you leave it. When you leave a game in the hands of the official going near the end, and the official makes the bad call, you don't complain about it.
Right. No,
but you know, I like their quarterback. I like Notre Dame's quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, Notre Dame's got a big challenge though, man. That NIL money.
Yeah.
I think it's hurting Notre Dame, because you look like the kid that centered for Indiana. He was a Notre Dame kid.
Yeah.
Now I know he exhausted his eligibility. And see, I don't understand this. How do you exhaust your eligibility at Notre Dame and then go be able to play somewhere else?
I don't get it either, man. We got guys playing 7 and 8 years. I don't understand.
Indiana's team was pretty old.
Yeah.
They were old.
Yeah.
And
the guy
in the Felton.
Yeah, the center was Coogan. He played in the national championship game the year before against Ohio State.
Right.
So people ask me, how do you fix the NIL? You can't. I think they should get the money, but I'll tell you where I'd start with is you can't play 6 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you get 4 years of eligibility, and if you break your leg, you can get a medical red shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
And I agree though.
Yeah, yeah,
Again,
something.
you know, they're coming up now with the
Going from one extreme to the other.
yeah, the COVID being over and everything now. Now that's all that stuff's done. We can't have guys 6, 7 years playing or hanging around. And also, you know, with the portal changing, hopefully, but you know, you got a guy on his 5th school in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't
that
want to see
stuff
an
at the
18-year-old
Wild, like
trying to block a 27-year-old man.
exactly.
Like
A
this.
26-year-old kid playing,
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
kid, young man, but
Yeah, no, they gotta go on. I asked Holtz. I was in Notre Dame for 5 years. I asked Holtz if I could have a 6-year. He said, "Get the hell out of here."
Life was good.
Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
man, I got 4.5 years and they were kicking my ass out the door. They were like, you got to go, bro.
Well, listen, thanks, fellas, for having me on the show.
Frank, I got to ask you one more question. You just brought it to my mind when you talked about being left out. Just real quick, your opinion on Belichick and Kraft, no Hall of Fame in
That's so hard feelings. You know, somebody's pissed at Belichick. Yeah, but but isn't it poetry? It's freaking poetry. Because Belichick, he wouldn't have it any other way. Because now he gets to say, look at those dumb shits. I always said when I was coaching, I said they were dumb shits. And now when it comes to voting for the Hall of Fame, they're dumb shits.
Right. Well, they won't do this to Brady, though, will they?
Huh?
They won't do if they're putting everything on this Spygate and Deflategate, right? That's what they're saying. Got Belichick and Kraft. You don't think they're going to do the same thing to Brady when he comes up, do you?
No, they those jock sniffs. The players they won't. The coaches are a different story. Plus, somehow it's the height of hypocrisy that they're going to take the moral high ground with Bill Belichick and his going into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
But it's poetry because Belichick now gets to say, look at how those dummies. And I always told you they were dummies, and this proves it. But no, I think that, I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have been a first. Like you're seeing some of these other guys. He said that these coaches and players. He goes, we all did it.
Yeah.
We all did it. I mean, Belichick saw stuff like that. It's like holding on in the game. He goes, it's only cheating if you get caught. Everybody's doing it.
That's right.
And to keep yourself out, that makes those guys look petty, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't go there with you on that one, Frank. I'll tell you. Two things.
No, I respect your opinion.
The media can be petty. I agree. But Belichick, he didn't stop cheating. He cheated and cheated and cheated and just didn't stop. And literally, it was warned. And I think the Browns coach, what's the dude's name? Mangini?
Yeah, man.
Don't do this.
He used to be the Jets coach.
And he did it anyway. So here's my position on this. First of all, Belichick's getting in the Hall of Fame. He's just not going to be first ballot Hall of Fame.
As will Kraft.
So, but Kraft, this is his second time not getting in, I think.
Yeah.
But Kraft also, from a standpoint of being down in Florida, basically getting happy ending by sexually trafficked women.
Correct.
There's a price to pay for that,
Right.
And the NFL protects him like they protect nobody else. These guys get protected where they destroyed the video, which quite frankly, I'm glad they did because I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
But you know how bad it is if they're destroying that video.
Yeah.
The thing I say about Brady is that Brady paid his penalty for that. Brady got suspended for, I want to say 4 games or something that season. And for, so for deflating the football, for quite frankly, that doesn't make any sense why there should be a penalty because the quarterback should have the football where he wants the football to be. It doesn't make any sense why it should be otherwise. Who else should decide how filled a football should be if it's not the quarterback?
Right.
So that makes sense from that standpoint. So Brady will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I'm sure. But I can't forgive Belichick for what he did and not apologizing for what he did. So these writers, and they did the same thing to Terrell. Well, they didn't do the same thing to Terrell Owens. They didn't like Terrell Owens. So they held him out for 2 years before they let him in as well. So they are petty. You're right about that.
Right.
But I'm not mad actor. If Belichick had got in, I wouldn't have any problem with it. Quite frankly, he is Hall of Famer. He is best of all time. But the fact that they make him wait doesn't bother me in the least because I don't think he's a great guy.
Yeah. No, he's not a great guy. And I don't think he's the best of all time. He may have more Super Bowls than everybody else, but I don't think he's the best. I think Paul Brown's the best of all time. I'm going to leave you with one thing. My battery's dying.
All right.
The thing I'm glad they kept Kraft out on is you know what? He goes down there to the rub and tug. All right. And here's the story I got on him is here's a guy, it's $1 billion going to a rub and tug, and he gives him $100 and he wants change. Right? And I thought he should be arrested for that. What a cheap! What I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable.
That's
Well, thanks for leaving us on a high note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your opinion, man. You're welcome anytime. Please come back.
Love having you, man.
Always.
All right, three brothers.
All right,
Take care, brother.
Take care.